Technical issues now resolved. Technical issues now resolved. I hope. Let's have a listen. Let's have a listen. Yes, they are resolved. Should have started about 10 minutes ago, but we got there. And I have, because I've been trying so hard to get this to work, it's kind of meant that, like, it's been a bit not really able to watch the fight. But now I am. We're starting early tonight, lads. We're starting early tonight. We are starting early with the watch along tonight. So it's going to be fun, man. It's going to be fun. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get some people in the building. And let's see how this goes, man. Let's see how this goes. All these fights so far, this one right here, I reckon this has the potential to go to full 12. I think it probably likely flipping will. But let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. From what I was hearing from the commentary team, they're quite happy with McKenna. And, you know, it's quite noticeable who the bigger man of the two is. Liam Smith looks way bigger, but McKenna actually boxing quite well there. McKenna not boxing too bad from what I can see here in round number 4. I am watching this on DAZN, so I would imagine if you're watching it on Sky Sports and you're listening to my commentary, I would imagine if you're watching it on Sky Sports, you're going to probably be slightly ahead. I shouldn't be by too much, but you'll probably be about 10 to 15 seconds ahead of me. But for those watching on DAZN, we should be even Steven. And yeah, this is the first real time I've got a look at Aaron McKenna. Like, I've seen a couple of highlights from him, but watching him in real time, he's not actually a bad fighter by the looks of things. He's got a bit of technique there. He's definitely undersized. I mean, when you see his body in comparison to Liam Smith, you can see it immediately there that he is the smaller guy. Liam Smith not doing too bad. And I can barely read the chat. I have that. You see, I need to fix this StreamYard. I need to either stop using StreamYard altogether or I need to upgrade it because they are still chucking. You obviously can't see them because you're watching the YouTube feed. But when you go on StreamYard and you look at kind of the studio, so to speak, it is just a wash with ads. So much so that it kind of blocks the chat a little bit. So, like, I can see someone's left a comment, but I can't read it because there's a big, massive link blocking it. I think I told you guys that last Sunday when we did the watch along for Ben Whitaker. Man, he is... there we go. Big up to Adam. Big up G. Watching the fight in Poland. Or Portugal, I should say. Man, Liam Smith's face looks like it's taking a bit of a beating there, doesn't it? It absolutely does. That's why I got the spare iPhone. But having to give a cheeky like. Man. It's going to be a... I'm going up against some big hitters tonight. I'm going up against Ade. I'm going up against Prop. I'm going up against Hatman. I'm going up against True Jordy. So it's a big... We're going up against some heavy hitters tonight. So please tune in. If I can even get 200 in the building, I'll consider that to me a success, consider I'm going up against some of the big hitters. So if y'all could, I would greatly appreciate it. 3 inches is plenty. What a name. Honestly, man, some of the good names you guys have. I have to say I admire the creativity. Because they're names I'd never think of. Not really that I'd want to have my channel named that, to be honest with you. No offense if you are. But yeah, I gotta laugh when I see some of the comments or some of the names, and you're like, yeah, that's an interesting one. Well, I saw years ago, but think Lassies. If you've been around for years, then I greatly appreciate that too. There's people who've been around, like, it's weird, right? When I do these lives, I see people and I recognize their comments I recognize their names from like years ago. Like when I started this, and I think 6 years ago, I think. Why is the referee giving Aaron McKenna a warning? Bet the elbow. Okay, bet the elbow and pushing down. All right. McKenna for the win. Beefy shot to bits, in my opinion. Yeah, he's definitely looking very easy to hit. He's not looking the best in here, I have to say. Takes a jab there from McKenna. McKenna's actually, nice right hand by Aaron McKenna. I quite like what I'm seeing from McKenna here. He does look much fresher. Much fresher. You can tell that straight away. He just seems to have more bounce to the step. Lovely body shot from Aaron McKenna. Look to throw the... He's got good hands. Decent hand speed does Aaron McKenna. And I was tuning into Ade's live just before I went live, and he asked the question, Who do you guys all have? Mate. Mate. Hopefully this helps with, you can tell like that caught me mid like flipping likes. Yeah. Thank you, mate. Hopefully this helps with the competition. That CBS fight was fantastic. It was brilliant, wasn't it? It was a crack. I thought CBS was not going to see like the mid rounds because he looked knackered after one round. He might actually be favourite too, to be fair. Be my favourite too, to be fair. He's not insanely talented, but you can just tell he's a product that you literally took the words out of my mouth. He was a decent champ, just unlucky with Zerdo. Zerdo was just the better man on the night. Man, you are a top man. You really are. Honestly, I thank you, man. That's literally the night done. I can log off now, man. I'm ending the stream. Obviously not, man. Obviously not. But no, you're right. Like he is literally. I'll tell you a story. Right? Ade told me a story back when he. So Ade doesn't live in Stratford anymore. Obviously, I do, but Ade used to live there. So when Ade used to live in Stratford, I think he said CBS was staying in, I think, Forest Gate, which is basically, they're like one and the same. Like they're different zones, but they're essentially one and the same, Forest Gate and Stratford. And he was like, he was seeing, or not McKenna, he was seeing CBS out in the winter when it's freezing cold, running. And obviously, when you're at the zone shows, when you're hosting them, they all stay in the one hotel. So wherever they are in the country, they're staying in that respective hotel. All the staff will stay there. And after a show, as you would, you'd go back to the bar and you'd maybe have a drink or two and that's it, you done for the night. And the fighters will come back as well. So he's told me he's met like fighters like Rihanna Dixon, people like that, all at, some of these after shows. They just go back to the bar, have a drink. He said that under no circumstances would CBS touch any alcohol. It was just orange juice or water or anything like that. No alcohol. Even after he's finished his fight, he's probably got some time off, but he doesn't have to worry about anything. He literally, no drink, running every day, training, and all that. If you're not the most talented, you have to basically be the most dedicated. Because you see it with fighters all the time. Andre Ward, Bernard Hopkins, they come to mind where they're phenomenally good fighters, but when you look at them, they don't have the most natural ability to them. But when did you ever see like Hopkins, G Wizzle, who's winning McKenna Smith? From what I can see, mate, it's McKenna definitely. But you can see Hopkins didn't have the most natural talent. You saw that when he fought Roy Jones. But he was just able to, there we go. The bromance, Frank Warren and Turkey. He arrives and Turkey, that's Turkey's bestie. That's Turkey's bestie. So Eddie Hearn is like, that's done. That's done. But yeah, McKenna doing well here in this fight. He looks to be actually doing really, really well. And it's weird because the majority, I was saying Liam Smith as well. I thought if he had a fraction of what he had left against Eubank in the first fight, he'd win this fight no problem. McKenna is one of those guys. He fought on a couple of McHennessy shows, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And I think he fought on Channel 5 a few times. Man, he is big up. That one picture of them, I keep forgetting to have my iPhone here. That one picture of them holding hands will never leave my mind. It is bizarre. Yeah, Carl Frampton is McKenna every round. Yeah, it is bizarre. It is bizarre. But the thing is now, I'd say Frank is kind of feeling like he's been pushed out because in comes Dana White. And Dana White is like, oh my God, they're docking a point from McKenna? Yeah, for use of the elbow. He's got a bit of blood on his like shoulder there, so I'd assume, I don't see a cut on McKenna, so I'd assume that's a cut from Liam Smith. But if you think Turkey and Dana are going to get away, we're coming into boxing and underpaying fighters. I mean, I give them all the credit in the world. They think they might be able to do it, but they are never going to do it. Smith been around a long time. McKenna signed the Golden Boy at one stage, I think. Was he really? Signed the Golden Boy. I know they signed a couple of Irish fighters back in the day. They signed Jay Quigley. I mean, I don't know how he managed to pull that one. I really don't. I mean, I don't know what De La Hoya was thinking when he saw him and thought, yeah, you'll do well. All right. Did he? No. British level fighter. Like, that's what he was on a Golden Boy show. Right. With regards to the main event, because it's in a stadium and it's in the UK, they're going to have a deadline. They're going to have a time limit. So they're probably going to have to be out by roughly 11 p.m. So I reckon that that's probably one of the reasons as to why we're not seeing any post-fight interviews. They're probably doing that they're doing the post-fight interviews. They're probably doing it off camera, and they just upload them to their YouTube channel or something, because they need to basically get a move on. Because if you notice, when we saw early Riyadh shows, I know this isn't Riyadh, but you know, when we saw Turkey involved originally, we would have like huge gaps. Like you could have back-to-back 12 rounders and there'll still be huge gaps in between. They literally have 2.5 hours to get this show done. Like really, they need everyone out by 11 p.m. So they literally have 2.5 hours now to basically stick a fork in this show. And like the live, yeah, please do hit the like button. I'm going up against the big hitters tonight, lads. So 60 in the building, and we have likes at 50%, which is good. So let's go. We got. If I can top in at 200, which we should get to at least that. We should get to about 200 at some point. Proper boxing at 623. That's crazy. That's crazy. How many does that have? 940. God, it's crazy. It's crazy when you see how many people are just so interested in the live watch along. That's why so many others are doing it. That's why the Zone and the Ring Magazine have like Wade and True Geordie doing it. It's absolutely crazy when you see the numbers that a lot of these pull in. You got the Iron Brew ready. I don't like Iron Brew, so I went and I got some of Dunn Store's finest. Yeah, this is how mad I am tonight. I got some cranberry juice. I haven't done that in a while. So yeah, cranberry juice on a Saturday night. It's the kind of wild life I lead, isn't it? No beer, no whiskey, no anything. Cranberry juice on a Saturday night. It's nice. Don't diss it. Don't knock it till you try it. Don't diss the cranberry juice. It's nice. It's nice. MMA Guru gets like 800 a week. Oh, it's crazy. Like I was in Proper Boxing messaged me there on Thursday evening and asked me to just hop into his live for a little bit. So I did. And I was obviously watching beforehand just so I knew kind of where we were. And I was thinking it must be crazy just going live and just 1,500 people there at once. I think I've got 1,000 people once in a live, and I'm pretty sure that was for Fury and Ganu. And I'm pretty sure that night, and I'm just going to say it, I wasn't really going up against many. I think that night, Fury and Ganu, most people were at the fight or they weren't doing a watch along. I know Hatman wasn't doing it. Ade was obviously hosting it. They didn't do the Riyadh hadn't got the live watch alongs with like True Geordie and stuff. So basically, I went kind of. I think he did do one. I think he did do one, to be honest with you, but it was literally like me, True Geordie, and maybe one or two others. So I think that was the only time I've ever topped out at 1,000, which was crazy. Like I mean, that comment section that you see the live chat, it was literally like ba 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 ba. It was like 100 chats a flipping second, not literally, but it was something like that. It was crazy. G-Man, super healthy G-Man. Have you gone teetotal? I've tried going teetotal in the past. I mean, I'm almost there. I don't smoke and I don't take anything, and I've never smoked. So I'm almost there, but I don't know. Like I've done it in the past for about, I think the longest I've ever gone is about 4 or 5 months. I did that in 21, and I actually felt really good doing it. And I only broke it when I went on a birthday trip to London. And obviously, because I was away and things like that, I went and I broke that teetotal on a trip to London. And I remember as soon as I had the first like beer, and it was only like literally a beer, it was like I felt literally so warm. It was winter time in London. Well, it was October, so it was cold enough in London, and it was like, oh crap, I felt so warm because I hadn't touched any alcohol in like 4 months. But yeah, since I moved to London, I tend to go out a lot more just for the social aspect of it, because in Ireland, like I don't really, I've been thinking of things. I'm here for another week for my sins, and I, the funny thing is, right, when I'm here, I've no real temptation to drink at all or anything like that. So, like for me, drinking cranberry juice is fine. When I'm in London, I'm fine during the week. Maybe on the weekend, I tend to go out a bit because it's just the social aspect of it. You know, one of my friends, he manages a pub there, and one of my friends is actually from Swords, my hometown. So obviously we know one another. So I go out and see him, and the guys there are really cool. One of the guys, like Irish, we've raised in London, the other guys from Newcastle. So it's never really too busy. So we kind of meet up, have the chats, watch the football. Oh, here we go, straight away in there. I got to remove. It's always the way. No, wait a minute. It won't remove them all. Okay. Remove. There we go. It should be good to go. So yeah, I've done the teetotal for a couple of months. Since I've gone to London, it's been a little bit. Yeah, I thought that I haven't felt that I've needed to. It's just that, just for the social aspect. Love the content you man keep up. How do you find the time with work as well as filming content? It's working from home is a big help. So that's a big help. So I do a lot of work from home. I do normally 3 days a week from home. So that's not too difficult. When I'm in London, again, I kind of have a routine. So when I'm in London, I'll either do maybe 2 videos one night, upload one and not the other, or what's teetotal? Teetotal is basically you're just completely straight edged. You don't drink, you don't smoke, you don't take any substances, and that's it. So that's what teetotal is. And yeah, when I'm in London, I tend to, when I get home at about, I finish work at 5. I'm normally home by 5:30. I get the train home, and yeah, pretty straightforward. If there's something breaking, just boom, good. On a Thursday, see, we normally do at AMG Man on a Thursday, and I work from home every Thursday. So for me, it's a straightforward finish at 5. If I need to make a quick video, I'll make it, and then it takes me a half hour to get that. No, it'll take me a bit longer. Probably takes about 40 minutes to get to Ades, and he normally gives me a lift home in his car, which people are still guessing what it is. I know what it is. I'm not telling you. It's nice. It's nice, and it takes him about 50 minutes to drop me home. It's nice. Trust me. People always guessing. Good effort, man. Thanks for answering my question. 4 or 5 months is excellent. I'd say it was just over 4 months. It wasn't quite 5. I think it was, right, me and my friends, we went on a trip to Cork. I think it was June of 21. And it was it was the end of June in 21. So I had my last drink then, and then I didn't touch it until October, like early October. So you're talking like kind of what, end of June, July, it's a month, August, 2 months, maybe 3-ish months. Maybe I'm exaggerating there, but maybe it was more like 3 or 4 months. But still, I was pretty happy with it. And yeah, I've never been one who longs for it. Like, as I said, when I'm here, I can go weeks on end with just not touching it, you know. So I've been pretty happy, and to be honest with you, I quite like the orange juice. Well, this isn't orange juice, obviously, but I like the cranberry juice, and I drink it out of a beer mug or a beer glass. But hey, look, we like it. Malcolm Tan. I'm always like, is that the boxer Malcolm Tan? Like the guy who fought Dylan White a couple of years ago. He does not have a Tesla. I can attest to that. He does not have a Tesla. I won't say what it is, but I will just say he does not have a Tesla. I can guarantee that. I can guarantee that. What do I do? What's your job? So my day job is I look after, so it's still an Irish, well, it's actually not an Irish company, it's a Dutch company. But I look after a lot of Irish accounts. I look after a lot of the county councils in Dublin. I do their invoicing and stuff like that. So I can do that anywhere. And hopefully soon we get to the point where that's no longer my job, and I can just do this and do other stuff, YouTube boxing related, not YouTube boxing related, but you know what I mean, like media sports related sooner. Because good things are happening, but it's just not sustainable. Like, I've done some vids for the Ring magazine, which is good. I enjoy that, but that's not sustainable what they're paying. Really not sustainable what they're paying. Like, I'll give you an example. Adam, that one super chat has done more than the Ring magazine have done for that last video I did. Full disclosure. There's Chris Eubank Senior arriving in the building. Yeah, Liam Smith does look knackered. And big up to Pros 4540. Yeah, man, he's been looking really. Oh, he's there with his son. That's interesting. That is interesting. Chris Eubank Senior arriving with his son. That might be the first time they've actually, because Eubank Jr. said they hadn't spoken in years. That might be the first time they've spoke or seen each other in God knows how long. That's insanity. And by the way, we're 74 people in the building. If you haven't already, do please consider hitting the like button and subscribe as well. We're doing well with the subs today. We're doing well. We're currently at 23,428. So if you haven't already, hit subscribe. I want to get to, if I can, 23,500, because then I'll be only 1,500 off 25k. 1,500. I've been on my phone through this whole fight. Yeah, it's weird, man. I feel bad. Like, I'm only getting glimpses of McKenna, and he's looking good, and I'm just focusing more on the chat. Which, look, we all know we really are going for the main event. That's what we want. We want the main event, and we want the co-main. Well, we want the co-main to just end, which I imagine it will end early so we can get the main event. And I think this is the one good thing you have to say about the fact that this is only, what, a 5-5 card, is that there's been no prelims. There's been nothing to, halt the proceedings, so to speak. Is really what he is. He is. Injuries and age. Injuries and age is a big factor for Liam Smith. And he's had some tough fights, like that Canelo fight. He took a beating against Munguia. He was game, but he did take some big punishment in that fight. He took a lot of punishment last time out against Chris Eubank Jr. It's been nearly 2 years and he hasn't fought. So injuries, age, everything. He fights a very aging style. Like, he's all forward, all action. There's nothing to fall back on in terms of boxing, safety first or anything like that, or, setting the pace. It's just one dimensional with Liam Smith. And he walked into a lot of shots of McKenna boxing his head off here. I like what I'm seeing from Aaron McKenna. That was a bit low though. And I think that he actually has some, like, it's going to take some stopping Liam Smith. Only Chris Eubank Jr. and Canelo Alvarez have done it. So, yeah, I can't believe Senior is there either. I still can't believe he's there. I knew he might be there just to watch, but to go with Junior, okay. So maybe that's what Chris Eubank Jr. needs. Let's wait and see. But this whole event, it's had a weird feel to it. It's had a bit of a weird feel to it. Parliamentary procedure has arrived. Indeed, it has. It's had a bit of a weird feel to it because, I don't know, it's weird. Like, these ring shows and Saudi shows, they are a little bit on the gimmicky side, aren't they? I mean, they're doing all the dress up, like the Ed Sheerans, the Hannibals coming into the ring with the ring cards and stuff. It's like, do we really need that? Can we not just have the ring card girls like normal? I don't know. I reckon you could point. I reckon you could outpoint. I couldn't outpoint him. He beat the crap out of me, and we would have. I'd say if I was to go pro, probably would have gone pro at middleweight, and he would have beat the living crap out of me. Even this Liam Smith, he would have beat the living crap out of me. I would have ran around that ring until he ended up catching me, and he probably would have caved my whole rib cage in. But man, Eubank Senior is hilarious, and I don't even think Eubank Senior. He's one of those guys where they aren't intending to be as funny. He is just unbelievably funny. And he's not even trying to be. That's what makes it even more. Although Liam Smith, look at this here. He is really pouring it on there at the end of the round. Really. The Fatal Fury name, distasteful. Nah. I've seen a few people say that. Yeah, I don't even know what the game... Like, the game is a boxing game, isn't it? Or what is it? Because I haven't seen a lot of people raving about it, to be honest with you. And Nigel Benn watching Chris Eubank Sr. Ooh, yeah. That's interesting, isn't it? And I did find it, well, not surprising, but I did find it interesting. I did find it interesting that Conor Benn, when they showed him on screen, when he was entering the arena, to a sea of boos. That's interesting. I am intrigued about that. And Turkey Al-Sheikh, ringside as always. I wonder what way on that Eddie Hearn. I mean, if you think about it like this, Eddie Hearn is literally, this is it. If Conor Benn loses, who does he have who could actually do an event like this? And what I mean is, an event like this where his fighter is headlining, not where he's peeking back off Frank Warren or Ben Shalom or something like that. If Conor Benn loses, where's the next guy who's going to be able to bring the eyes on a stadium fight after AJ? That's up and coming. Fisher's, his ceiling is so low. He might be able to do a small stadium against the right opponent, but he's not going to go on to anything great or anything like that. So who does Eddie Hearn actually have at this point? And big up to everyone. 48 likes in the building. I can't get over this proper boxing, right? He's got nearly 1,000 people watching live. Mental. I know he's got over 150k subs, but when you look at some of the numbers that are going around here, it's honestly, it is quite incredible. It genuinely is quite insane when you look at some of the numbers. You're just like, holy crap. And Aaron McKenna is landing on Liam Smith again. I don't think Benn loses this. I think the rehydration. See, I was thinking before this fight, as you may probably have heard me say, that Eubank will probably treat this as not ideal, but something that he can get around. You know, the rehydration, he'll do it, he'll make the weight. And obviously, it's taken more out of him than he would initially have thought. And I think that as well. For me, I'm kind of like, oh, wow, you know, he's made this weight so bad by the looks of things, and he's been done no favors. I really think, yeah, I really think that he is going to, he probably will. We're probably going to see a very much diminished Chris Eubank Jr. in there. And I think Chris Eubank Jr. should have moved up a long time ago. To be honest with you, I don't understand why he ever moved down because he was fighting up at 168. He got probably the best win of his career against James DeGale 6 years ago now. And then he moves back down to middleweight. I never understood the rationale behind that. I mean, obviously he was undersized at the time at middleweight, but like our super middleweight, but you were doing actually quite well. You were looking all right at 168 pounds. Why did you move down? I don't get it. You know, it just didn't make sense to me. And he's moved down. He's not set the world alight at 160 pounds. I mean, even when he was there the first time. So I think 168 is his division. I don't think he ever should have left. He wins easy, even at 50%. That's a big claim, man. If you get that right, credit to you. Honestly, credit to you. It does seem, well, that was a lovely short uppercut by McKenna there. Man, he is battering Liam Smith in here. 6 years, yeah. February 2019. I don't remember the date, but in February 2019 on ITV pay-per-view. Do you remember that? That was a thing? ITV pay-per-view. He fought James DeGale. 6 years. It's crazy. And I had only just really started on the channel at the time. So it's about 6 years for me as well. So that's actually quite scary to see. Well, it's nice to see where we've come in that 6 years, but that's quite a scary thought that it's been 6 years since he fought at 168 pounds, and he's been at 160 ever since. It's crazy for the World Boxing Super Series. Used to make middleweight quite comfortably, yeah. And he did move up for that. Well, I think as well as that, he was trying to make, he was on that IBF or IBO tour for a couple of years, or for about a year really, because remember he fought, oh, he's so forgettable, I forget his name, Reynold Quinlan for the IBO title in February 17, I think it was. And then he defended it against Arthur Abraham. Oh my God. Oh, unnecessary things. I'm avoiding the chat for two. Wow, they have it a shutout for McKenna. I thought he got a point deducted. I just got to get rid of these links, I swear. Do you know what? Every time I do a normal show, whether it be on the Zone or Sky or, well, not TNT anymore, but every time I do a watch along for a non-pay-per-view show, I never have this issue with all these spam accounts dropping links into the pay-per-view. I never have that issue. It's only when we do the pay-per-views, and it's such a flipping pain because you gotta delete them quick. You gotta get rid of them quick. And StreamYard, to its credit, when it's not popping up ads everywhere, you can just pop it and done. But because the ads are popping up absolutely everywhere, you have to do it manually on the phone, which is not ideal. I don't want to be doing that. So something you always have to contend with. Unfortunately, when you do these live watch-alongs, I'm concerned Eubank could get seriously hurt in the late rounds. To be honest with you, I think it's more a risk he gets hurt early, because I think with Conor Benn, he does seem like his power does seem to slow down a little bit as the rounds progress. I'm glad you're completely right, Thunder Productions. I'm glad Eubank Sr. is with his son. I was hopeful about that because I was thinking, Jesus, I mean, the way he's been speaking, it's not looking good. But I'm glad that, they've been able to mend as such, whatever it was, whatever the riff was. Bet on 5th round stoppage to Benn. Adam, mate, you might be good on that one. You might be really good on that 5th round stoppage, to be honest with you. 5th round stoppage to Benn. That's actually a good shout. I would say if you, I never do round betting, but I would say I would go the first half for Conor Benn to stop. Oh, for God's sake. Excuse me for 2 secs. There has to be a way to get rid of these quicker. And I don't know how they keep managing to do it either. It's mental. I'm going to have to figure out a way to do that quicker, because by the time the main event comes, they are going to be flooding the chat. And I'm going to need to be proper boom bam with them. If you set your thing to... Oh, I never thought. That's actually a good shout, actually. That's actually a really good shout. I never thought of that. Set it to subscribers only. Yeah, because I think Hatman has his setup that you have to be subscribed for like 2 hours, or already a sub or subscribed for at least 2 hours before you can comment. That's a really good idea, actually. I didn't think of that. That's a good show, actually. That's a good show. Oh no, man. We need to just see StreamYard. That's one good thing. Is I can literally just I'm not gonna do it, but like I could literally just click on the comment and it says ban user and delete. Not gonna do it. I was clicking on, I think, Malcolm's comment there, actually. Don't worry. I'm not gonna delete it. But I need to start doing that with some of them, because there's that Ed Sheeran looking like again. Jumping up. He looks eerily like him. Eerily like him. Thoughts on Vidal versus Clark? Yeah, it was a good boxing performance by Vidal Riley. I did expect Chev Clark to have a bit more urgency about him. He didn't. It's simple as that. And that's what I thought would happen. I thought that would gel together quite well. I thought one sense we'd see Vidal Riley do what he did, which I think Barry Jones was the guy who said it, that he did basically a good amateur display. Like, he kind of fought like an amateur, which he did. And it was a good display. I did think Frampton, not a single round to Smith. Yeah, Carl Frampton has been a bit, I don't know, since he's gone over to the zone. I don't know what's happened to him. His scorecards have been bizarre, to say the least. And I mean bizarre, to say the least. I can't understand some of his scorecards. They're absolutely flipping mental. Oh, Liam Smith's down. Oh, body shot. Oh, no way. Is he quitting? Is he not quitting, but is he going to sit the count out? It's up to 8, 9. Okay, the referee is going to let him carry on, but he's down in the 12th round. He's already losing this fight, McKenna. Is he going to go for the kill? Is he going to go for the kill? Body shot again. Oh, Liam Smith hurt. He felt that. Holy crap, McKenna. Pouring it on. Look at this. He is going for it now. Oh, another body shot goes in by McKenna. Liam Smith sagging to the ropes, but he is punching back. The referee doesn't need to jump in. Liam Smith lands a good run. Oh, big shot from McKenna. Liam Smith says, come on, come on. Minute and 50 to go. Oh, Liam Smith digs a body shot in there to Aaron McKenna. This is good stuff here. This is in the last round, lads. It's in the last flipping round. Liam Smith, he's taking a beating in this fight. And this will be his second straight defeat, because he is definitely losing this fight. I think McKenna is just catching his breath and just taking his time. He knows Liam Smith is hurt, but the thing with those body shots, they hurt, but they go after about 20, 30 seconds. So I'd say you changed back. No, I ain't changing my mind on this one. That's not going to fix that rehydration, man. It's just not going to do it. But a minute and 10 to go here. Another body shot goes in from McKenna. I think Liam Smith felt that. I think Liam Smith just ever so slightly felt that. Another one from McKenna. Oh, he's feeling them now, man. He is feeling them body shots. Another one goes in. Oh, man. He is going to be... Oh, big head shot by McKenna as well. 55 seconds to go. Man, can Liam Smith hang on? I'm sure he probably can, but he's shifting some punishment in there. And Liam Smith is as tough as old boots, but only so much the man can take. Look at this. Headshots go in again. Another one. Man, he is taking it to the head. God damn. Another body shot goes in. 30 seconds left. And he's not even remotely trying to hold on or anything. It's just like, yep, come at me. Just keep fighting. Man. coming in has changed this back for me. I don't think Chris Eubank Sr. being there is going to have much bearing on it, to be honest with you. I really don't. I'd be very surprised if it does. 10 seconds left. Liam Smith's going to see the end. Oh, man, that was epic. Liam Smith will see it, but he is well and truly beaten. Well and truly beaten. Wow. That's impressive by McKenna. I'll give him that, man. He did well. Smith should have retired before the fight. Yeah, man, showed a ton of heart. That's back-to-back 12-rounders. They are going to want to get a move on because they literally have 90 minutes to get these guys in the ring. So they're going to want to get a move on quick because they need to be out of that stadium, I think, by 11 p.m. There's a curfew once to move. So they need to move that quick. That's a great display by Aaron McKenna. Really, really good. I want to see this body shot. Here. Oh, yeah. That looked painful. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that looked like it. That looked like it hurt, all right. That really did look like it hurt. So, damn. Aaron, the silencer McKenna. I think he silenced everyone watching because the consensus was, and I feel bad for Joe McNally. That's another fighter he has who's lost. You've got Gary Cully, Liam Smith. You've got that other guy, Josh Taylor, actually, who's on the screen there. A lot of people are, I wouldn't look. You've got two fighters who are probably over the hill, and one fighter in Gary Cully who is traumatized after a bad knockout defeat. And you weren't the trainer for that fight, so don't be worrying. But McKenna up there in Monaghan, fair play. This should be a formality with regard to scoring. It should be an absolute formality with the scoring. Oh, I would say Aaron. Stevie's already lost. I think Stevie was he stopped in his last fight? But he's already lost. And Aaron, I think he's gone more under the radar. But Stevie was probably the more hyped. But McKenna looks so good in there. Like, he really did a good job on Liam Smith there. That's a great win to have. And the only people who've beaten Liam Smith have beaten him well. I know he fought that, was he Russian? I think he was Russian a couple of years ago. He lost that fight, but he didn't lose it. He really didn't lose that fight, that Russian guy a couple of years ago. He won the fight. They just didn't give him the decision. Like, he really did win. They just didn't give him the nod. So Liam Smith, credit to him. It looks like they're going to announce the decision now. Let's have a listen. Are they? Yep, let's have a listen.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of boxing, we go to the...
It's a formality, but just, you know.
Judge Steve Gray scores it 119 to 108.
Mm-hmm.
Judge Giuseppe Portalone scores it 117 to 109. And Judge Leszek Champolia scores it 118 to 108.
So that's wide, very wide.
By unanimous decision. And now the WBA International Middleweight.
Aaron McKenna's just retired Liam Smith.
Known as the Silencer, Aaron McKenna.
That's a really good performance. That's a really good performance by Aaron McKenna there. It's a really, really good one. In London. Well done. That was a good performance. Really was. He did really, really well in that fight. Really well. Really good performance. Boxed very well. Aaron McKenna beats the living crap really out of Liam Smith. You know what's weird, right? You can't see it obviously, but there's a window there. Well, window into the kitchen. And I can see out the window. And just give me a sec there. There we go. Takes care of that. And it's dark in London, and it's 8:30, and there's no sign outside of it going dark anytime soon in Dublin. It's really weird. I still can't quite get used to going from London to Dublin, because it gets dark a lot earlier in London than it does over here. Like over here, like it'll be bright until about 9:30, and then once we get into kind of May and June, like it's 11 p.m. It's still bright out. That's how it stays flipping bright. It really does. People were saying, man, beats Eubank again. I thought, didn't read that one. Yeah, like people were saying that he was going to beat McKenna. I mean, I think that was the consensus, that it was going to be a handy win for Liam Smith. Um, Clearly not. I got that one way wrong. So credit to McKenna, Anthony Yard, Lyndon Arthur, the trilogy fight that we're all excited about, aren't we? Yeah, yeah, no, all right, fair enough. Yeah, we've got this trilogy fight now. They need to just get a move on with this one. They really need to just get a move on with this one, because Yard should win. He should stop Lyndon Arthur this time. He knows what he needs to do. He's done it already before. Be aggressive. You'll probably put a dent in and you'll probably get the stoppage. He needs to do that, because we can't have another 12 rounder. Well, we can, but again, the longer they leave it, they need to be. I know they'll give them a few bit of grace, but like they really only have until like kind of like 10:30 to get out of that. Well, not a bit after that, but you know what I mean. So get that over with, and then get straight into the main event. And then we will discuss, if Conor Benn does lose this fight, and he loses it fairly, and he loses it well, oh, I am going to have a field day with him in the videos immediately after, just so you know. And with Eddie Hearn as well, because there's a lot to not like about Eddie Hearn's behavior throughout the course of this. So best believe if he loses, I am going to have an absolute field day with him. He's going to get the Fury treatment, 100%, if he loses this fight. If he wins it, well, we'll talk about what's next. We'll ask the question about Chris Eubank Jr. And we'll still ask the question of Chris Eubank Jr. should he win the fight. But yeah, if he loses, man, I'm going to have an absolute field day with him. I really will. We are going to have an absolute field. Oh, that would look fun. What is this ad that the Zone are playing? Is this a movie? Oh, Final Destination. I was wondering. I was looking at that and I was like, Jesus, what is this commercial? It's like, this is a very graphic flipping commercial. What's going on here? It's a movie. Fair enough. I was worried because it was like, holy crap, everything was happening to this family. It was graphic. I was like, what the hell is this? Fair enough. It's a movie. Benn has less to lose than Eubank tonight. Correct. He does. I mean, I still can't quite, like, I'm looking forward to this fight, don't get me wrong. But, like, I'm still kind of like, what's the point? Yeah, the last 10 years, right, when he was on top, I didn't really see too much to critique him for. Yeah, there was things, but there wasn't a crazy amount. But the last couple of years, it's been since Frank has taken over and Ben Shalom has made inroads. You're seeing that kind of smile from Eddie Hearn kind of go, and you're seeing the more, I think it's always been there, the more kind of calculating and devious end of Eddie Hearn. I mean, the way he was saying to Conor Benn, you'll be vindicated after this. It's like, as in, like, all this, we can put it to bed. It's like, well, hang on, man. You absolutely berated even people like Canelo for popping in the past. And then you gave them all a pass. And Canelo was your best buddy at one stage. So, that's why I always say, like, if you're going to virtue signal on something, okay, I don't like doing it, but if you want to do it. But don't have it one way. Don't, it's only if it's such and such. If it's one of mine, then it doesn't matter. It doesn't work like that. It don't work like that. And yeah, you see, those bloody bots, I swear, man, they are getting more persistent as the night goes by. It ain't easy. And by the way, just so you know, if you haven't already, there you go. Please do consider hitting subscribe. It does help the channel out. We've already gained 3 more. 3 more. We're up to 23,431. So we're only 69 away from 24 and a half or 25, 23 and a half. So I want to get to 25 as quick as I can. As quick as we can. And then we plan the road ahead to 30. The road ahead to 30 is going to be good. We will get there. And next week's going to put a big dent in it, because obviously they're showing Garcia versus Rowley, which we may do. It's on a Friday, which is good for me. So I've got plenty of time to rest, and it's on a bank holiday. And big up to Ben. How are you, my friend? I hope you're keeping well. Is aging fighter in decline isn't being given enough consideration. I probably haven't given it enough consideration, to be honest with you, mate. You're probably right on that one. I just think that the weight is really what's going to kill Chris Eubank Jr. in this fight. 115 in the building. We'll get to 200 plus before the end of the night. Mark my words on that. We will get to 200 plus. Thank God. Listen, how refreshing is it that they're not dilly-dallying like they used to on some of these shows? Because on some, and maybe that's the Dana White effect, because he doesn't tend to dilly-dally in the UFC. But some of these shows, it used to be just painful. Like I will never. Oh, well, they are dilly-dallying and they're showing a bit of Fatal Fury. But I will never forget the bloody Ngannou fight, because you had all. Oh, man, that looks like a. I'm not going to comment, but that doesn't look like a game I fork out money for. It really doesn't. But yeah, when and they've got two influencers playing it. Yeah, that screams out boxing, doesn't it? But when they did Ngannou Fury, we had to wait like an hour and a half for the main event. Turkey wants the tanks. F Eubank Jr. Hope he gets knocked out. Go Benn. All right. First question: what did he do to you, and why do you want to get him? Why do you want to see him get knocked out? All this fight depends on is how much Eubank has at 35. Exactly. Matt Wallace, even the G-Man, Smith needs to retire now from his last fight. Was heartwarming seeing senior and junior. Yeah, man. JG, man, I really want to know how you really feel about this fight. I lost interest after all the drama of the weight. Just for a moment, I thought I just left for a moment and came back to some game. Yeah, he's got two influencers playing it, and this is the big game. Like, this is it. This is Fatal Fury. Like, this is like, you know, I'm not compelled to buy it, to be honest with you. I'd sooner have the Undisputed game. That's a game. That's a flipping game. Big up the Undisputed. Big up to Ash every time. Big up to you, my man. Big up to Ash from Undisputed. I'm in Dublin right now for the first time. Nice city with friendly people. Yeah, you will find that. And that is one thing I've learned living in both. Dublin, friendly. London, not so much. Not so much. But Dublin has better like links around the city. It's obviously a bigger city. And it is easier to get around. It's much easier to get around in Dublin City, because there's not really like the public transport is not Ireland's strongest. So yeah, London is definitely better for that. Yeah, I paid for esports events. The obvious remake is fantastic. Fatal Fury literally looks like one of those old Street Fighter games they used to have. They really are milking the you know what out of this, aren't they? They really are. They're really milking the you know what out of this game. All right, we need it. Like, I don't know. I mean, one of them is nearly dead. I can see their bar is nearly gone. Just end it, please. Let's get on with the show. All right, they're nearly even Steven now. Come on. Just I'm not commentating on this, by the way. This is not part. I'm not commentating on a video game. That's not how we do things here. Oh, thank God, one of them's done. That was complete. Oh God, no. Around number 2, flipping brilliant. Oh. Oh, this is really, they really felt the need to chuck this in here, didn't they? G-Man entering esport events. No, thank you. I won't be entering esport events unless the money is right. I consider it. But congratulations on the rapid growth. Notice your subs increased at a rapid rate over the year. The collab with Ade has no doubt helped a bit over the last 2 months. It hasn't. It hasn't. Like, well, it has, but like not like crazy. Like, I mean, whenever we do our show, whenever we, I think, oh, didn't it? It did now. Whenever we do our show, I only gain like maybe about 5, 6 subs. I don't gain that many. So we're doing all right. We're doing all right as it is. Can't wait for the Pong sponsored events. Loads of future events are title fit if you're, so I assume they're going to be doing this at each one. Mega. Yeah, man, that was so compelling to watch, wasn't it? It's got me so hyped for seeing Anthony Yard. That's so nice. You gotta love a bit of Bit of cranberry juice. So tasty. Is this eSport thing on my screen? Yeah, your guess is they didn't let Billy Joe in their dressing room. Man, he is looking huge. Honestly, he is looking huge. I'm talking, my man. He is probably not trained once. He's probably not trained once since he got that Canelo fight 4 years ago. It really that's Billy Joe in a nutshell, though, and that's just Billy Joe in a nutshell. Yard looked awful in his last fight. I'm hoping it wasn't a bad night. Do you know what's weird though? Like, I recently started back using Instagram, and obviously I followed Anthony Yard because I do, in spite of the criticism I give to him, which is warranted, I do like watching him, and I hope he does well, because one of the reasons why I criticize him so much is because he is so talented. And seeing some of the Instagram stories he has, he's been going to a lot of movie premieres and doing things, nothing bad or nothing, certainly nothing bad. But it just has me wondering, how much is he really taking Lyndon Arthur seriously? And look, he fought that Ralph Vilcans guy last October. He looked awful, really bad. And yeah, that was really something else. I don't agree with Squeaky Trippy Wood, I think is how you say that guy's name. I agree. I would take watching that over an Oasis performance. I think that Turkey is still a little bit, he's getting better, but he is still a little bit lost in a sense of what do the fans actually want, because none of us really want to see any of this. Good for Beefy. McKenna looked amazing. He looked really good. Really good. Really surprised me there. Actually, it's quite amazing that Arthur has less losses than Anthony Yard, about 33 years of age. And here we go again, the trilogy fight that we all asked for. Anthony Yard is from, well, actually, funny enough, did anyone see the documentary about Anthony Yard that The Ring uploaded? Oh my God, how many of these am I going to have to get rid of? That The Ring uploaded. It was Anthony Yard made in East London. It was really good. I didn't realize he grew up in Stratford. I thought he was Ilford, and he was in near Forest Gate and places that I don't. Well, that part of Stratford I don't live in, but it was weird. I'm seeing all places that I see every day, and I was like, shit, Anthony Yard lived there, and he's done that, and this, that, and the other. It's crazy. So yeah, it was really weird to see all that. And it was really good. It was actually a really good. I'd recommend you go and watch it. Anthony Yard made in East London. I'd recommend it. What's up from Ukraine? What do you think the future holds for Boachuk? He's dangerous, man. He's flipping dangerous. He's dangerous night's work for any man. Look, Josh Kelly fought Ishmael Davis on very little notice. He looked awful. And you'd think if Ishmael Davis was fully fit and ready, he'd probably win. And people were saying, oh, Josh Kelly's ready for world level. Boachuk is dangerous, man. He's going to be a problem. And this is what I mean. Conor Benn, they're talking about bringing him down to 154. Why would you do that when Boachuk's not even a champion, and he would take Conor Benn's head clean off his shoulders? So you're going to have to be so careful with someone like a Conor Benn moving him forward. I believe anyway. That's certainly what I believe. But again, we've got over 100. We've got 134 in the building. We will get to that magic 200. I know we will. But if you haven't already, hit the like button. We're 80 likes in. And I know once we get to that 200, that the likes are going to be a big help. So if you haven't already, do please hit the like and consider subscribing as well. It would be greatly, greatly appreciated. It really, truly would. It would mean an awful lot. Thank you so much. Only takes a split second to hit said like button. There you go. We're getting them in there. Throw them in at the deep end. It's better for boxing if Yard wins because Yard is a fun style. Yeah, he does. I mean, Lyndon Arthur's style is not for everybody. Certainly not my cup of tea, to be honest with you. I look, the sweet science is there. I love watching it sometimes, but sometimes it can be a little bit, oh, for God's sake. Whereas Anthony Yard, it's a more fun style. And Anthony Yard, first time around, he made so many mistakes. I mean, that was his first real competitive fight. Actually, no, it wasn't. But it was his second fight since the Kovalev fight. But he fought a guy, I think, in Barcelona on like a non-televised show, which was his first comeback fight. So, Jesus, I mean that was barely worth your while even doing it. And then he went in to this fight the first time around, and I think he was just worried about gassing again, like he did against Kovalev. And subsequently, going into that 12th round, when he finally let his hands go, it was like, oh, you should have just done that from the start. Man, they are persistent tonight, aren't they, with the links? Holy crap. I mean, we're not even an hour in. And we're already, I mean, the amount of links these bots are dropping is crazy. It's man, it's mental. I don't know how they do it. I mean, I've done these live watching logs before, and every time there's a pay-per-view, you always get the spam. You always get those spam links, but never as frequently as this. They are literally chucking them in every 2 seconds, it seems. Yeah, no ring cards for this girl, or no ring card girls for this event. Yeah, it's a bit crap because they're literally just getting like people dressed up as celebrities, and it's just pointless. No one gives a damn, and they're getting literally no reaction. So I don't understand why they couldn't just get the ring card girls in, because why not? 84% on Fan Zone think Anthony Yarde is going to win this fight. 84%. Seriously, that's, don't even know what that one is. Blows him out. Yeah, we want that. Just come in from Hatman stream. Hatman. I was looking at that. I was like, huh? Big up to Keen Burns every time. How would you evaluate the night so far? It's not been bad, man. It's not been a terrible night. I mean, we've seen back-to-back 12 rounders. Well, actually, back-to-back 12 rounders. It's not been terrible, but I like the fact they're getting on with it. I do. I think that we're missing a heavyweight fight. We needed a heavyweight fight. I'm very much in the belief that if you're going to do a big show, you need a heavyweight fight. You just need a heavyweight fight on it, because it just adds something to it. It adds something to it. I'm saying Conor Benn probably takes it, to be honest with you, man. I'm saying Conor Benn probably takes this fight. Fishing for our details. Oh, I was wondering. I was like, fishing for our details. Oh, the bots. Yeah, you want to be careful. Like, I mean, I try and avoid my best to use them kind of sites, because I've noticed, so basically when I'm in London, I would use other methods to watch the football. And since I've been doing that, you get a lot more, you get a call like of a flipping number you never seen before, and it's an automated message like, this is a call from where. It's just like, for God's sake. And you know exactly why that is. You know exactly why that is. Uncle Frank looks like Alfred from Batman. Which Batman? Which one? Does he look like Michael Caine from the Nolan trilogy? Because he did a good job. They got Jeremy Irons to play Alfred in one of the Batmans, not the Nolan trilogy. They got Jeremy Irons. He wasn't too bad, but Michael Caine was good. He was a good Alfred. He was a really, really good Alfred. He was really good. Not after today's pathetic performance. That's from Big Up to Adam. How are you, man? How are you? Not after today's performance. Which one? So whose performance was pathetic today? I gotta know. Riley looked okay. Yeah, he did. Like, he looked a superior boxer. But, like, Shev didn't do anything. He really didn't do anything. Oh, that's about Middlesbrough FC. Oh, man, listen. I've had one of the worst seasons ever. Like, I've had one of the worst seasons ever. I'm used to United winning a piece of silverware, challenging for the top four, and it's just, we're in the bottom half. I can't emphasize, like, it just doesn't feel right. It just feels bizarre. So that's my season in a nutshell. You've got it on Sky, just like these watch parties. Yeah, watching it on Sky, it's probably going to be a little bit ahead of mine, because I get the DAZN pay-per-views free. So, and I get them free on DAZN, obviously. So I would just use DAZN because, obviously, and I like DAZN, obviously. And it's just easier for me. But I know if you're watching it on Sky, it's probably going to be slightly more ahead. So you're probably talking maybe, 10 to 15 seconds ahead. So, yeah. Are you still favouring Benn now? Senior has turned up. Well, yeah. I mean, I don't think necessarily. I don't think that that's going to change anything. I think for me, it might help. It might lift him a little bit if it gets tough. But fundamentally, I mean, I think he's getting old. The weight. I mean, the weight is really the thing that's took it for me. So, you know, Leeds happened a lot. McKenna looked at business tonight, G-Man. Yeah, he looked really good. Man, he looked really good. Really, really good. I was dead impressed with how he was in there. Frank in the ring with Anthony Yard. Imagine going through all that. I'm leaving, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, just to be back in the ring with Frank again. Going and doing all that for nothing, wasting your time and missing out on millions just back with Frank Warren again. And he's arguably the pick of the British promoters now. So, like, you see, most people would probably want to sign with Frank Warren now as opposed to Eddie Hearn or Ben Shalom. And you go through all that just to end up back with Frank. It's just... Tunde is just a genius, isn't he? He really is. He's really that good. And big up to Boxing Bros UK and fighting someone you already beat. Exactly. It's just... Man, Yard is so talented. He should have at least... I know he's in a tough division, but he should have at least picked up a world title. And I don't know if he ever will now. Lyndon Arthur is still wearing that robe for some reason. I don't know why. It's got to be hot in there as well. Either that or it's cold. London's quite warm. So here we go. This should end pretty quick. Maybe not in the first round, but this should be a fairly conclusive ending. I mean, Yard did a much better job on Lyndon Arthur than Bivol did. More aggressive, of course. But let's see how this goes. We've got Steve Gray as the referee. Normally a good referee. He normally is. So let's see how this goes. We're into the co-main. We're into the business end of this now, lads. Let's go. Bell rings. Anthony Yard, Lyndon Arthur. Let's have a look and see what we get. So, actually, Anthony Yard is the one who was establishing the jab early on. Now, Anthony Yard knows what to expect from Lyndon Arthur. He knows. He's been there. Big right hand goes in from Anthony Yard straight away. Yard is a very good puncher. He's always been a very good puncher, both the head and body. Picks his shots very well. And let's see. Against Vilkans, he dropped him. He already had Vilkans down, actually, at this point in their last fight. In his last fight. But that really was what the problem was. He literally just went and stopped and he let Vilkans get back into it. Underestimated him for sure. I think he knows, right, I've beaten Lyndon Arthur before, but I got to be careful because I don't know what might happen with this guy. And Lyndon Arthur actually doing some good work with the jab there. Yard's biggest key strength last time out was that he was more aggressive. He was able to basically exert his will early on and was able to force a stoppage. And he's doing a little bit of that now. The right hand is flowing. The right hand is popping there to the body for Anthony Yard, looking to set it up. And the jab, the very good jab that Lyndon Arthur has, he's not really actually throwing it now. He was throwing that from very early on in the first fight. In the first fight, he was letting that go. He was trying to do it. Watch it go 12 rounds. It won't go 12. That'll be all the fights going 12 rounds so far, which is crazy. I mean, the fans are getting their money's worth if they all go 12 rounds, but I can't see this going the full distance. And you got to remember, Lyndon Arthur hasn't looked good at all his last couple of fights. He really hasn't. Even the fights he's won, he's really looked very poor, very average in some of those fights. So for me, I think that Anthony Yard, he's looking at Lyndon Arthur this first round. He knows they've already been beaten by this guy. I think he's just taking his time and just looking to get that right shot. Lyndon Arthur has his jab hand down very low. That's making Anthony Yard think. It's making him somewhat reluctant. Lead left hook there from Anthony Yard, just around the guard of Lyndon Arthur. And Yard misses with a big right hand, but he gets a right hand to the body. Lyndon Arthur feels that, misses with the jab, does Arthur. Yard retaliates with one of his own. So good work so far from Anthony Yard. A lot more aggression. Do you remember the first time? The lack of aggression was Anthony Yard's undoing. He was just not aggressive enough. He let himself get jabbed to bits and he let himself just get outpointed. And he's learned from that, of course. He's definitely actually had the better jab in this first round. Right hand goes in from Anthony Yard. Lyndon Arthur just moving around the ring. Anthony Yard still looking to just feint and get that right hand going. Left hook, body shot by Anthony Yard. Lyndon Arthur felt that. I think he felt that body shot a little bit. Anthony Yard getting a bit more on the front foot now. Lyndon Arthur really just hanging back, Jab hand down very low for Lyndon Archer. He wants to be very careful of that. Tried to get caught with a check left hook there. Another left hook goes in from Anthony Yard again. It's interesting stuff here as round one comes to an end. He does look sharp, Anthony Yard. He absolutely does. He looks very sharp. So, all about the bag, sadly. It is all about the bag for people like Anthony Yard and Tunde, I think, at this point. I think that was the main thing. They went down the world title road. They're all about the bag, but they leave Frank Warren just as he's about to get the bag, which, again, I'll leave it there. Makes no sense to me. But look, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Lyndon Archer, he's been stopped by this guy. You see, it's different if you've never been hurt or stopped by the guy. The fact that Anthony Yard went in there last time, even if it was a couple of years ago, and just beat him up, and put a beating on him, he knows damn well Yard can do that again. So he's going to be reluctant to commit at all. Derek Chisora is now there ringside. As much as I wouldn't like to see Chisora in the ring again, seeing him at the events is great. Round two is underway. So good first round from Anthony Yard. Really good first round from Anthony Yard. If he can just maintain and get a little bit more aggressive in this round, he should end up having a bit more success. And I wonder, because the fact of the matter is, these are all scheduled 12 rounders. Will he be kind of given the hurry up to say, get this on, let's get it go. No five guys with him though. Oh, he'll get five guys somewhere. There's that many five guys in London. He'll find one somewhere. I'm sure there's some in Tottenham. It's only North London. There's bound to be one there. Man loves his five guys. The five guys is all right. I'll give him that. I'm more a chicken guy, but five guys is nice. It's nice now and again. Was that Anthony Hopkins doing the round? Because I don't even know who it was. It's not the real. They're getting these guys to dress up like whoever, and it's just get the ring car girls in. That's better, much better. I big up the Fight Sport Talk every time, man. How are you, my friend? Big up the Fight Sport Talk every single time. Minute and 50 to go here in round number two, and it's Anthony Yard being very standoffish. I mean, Lyndon Archer is being negative. Anthony Yard, I know when you're in there with someone who does look a little bit frightened, as someone said earlier, and is being quite standoffish, it is difficult at times to do anything. But surely there's more for Anthony Yard to give. Surely he can do a little bit more than this. Oh, and he gets caught with a few shots there by Lyndon Archer. 90 seconds to go here in round number two. And again, it's more of the same. Anthony Yard establishing his jab, looking to land the right hand, but Lyndon Archer was being slick. He's being cute in there. And these guys know one another. They've been in the ring, in the pro ring for many rounds. What, 14? No, more than 14. What, 16, 17 rounds? So they know one another. They know what they're dealing with. But, oh, good jab from Lyndon Archer there. Body shot goes in from Anthony Yard there as well. Lyndon Archer he's landed another good jab from Lyndon Archer. And Frank Warren sitting there with Turkey while his guy is in there trying to do the business. Trying is the word. Now, I think if Anthony Yard starts struggling in this fight, that's an indication as to where he's at. Because he's not getting any younger. It's not that he's had hard fights necessarily, but has a massive back. Tunde is an honourable man. All right, okay. If you say so. Tunde is an honourable man. All right. Well, in terms of a trainer, I mean, he's done well with Anthony Yard, but I think Yard has peaked long with Tunde. I think he needed to change trainer years ago, and he hasn't. And here we are. We're still in this same situation. I know Anthony Yard, he has a good rapport with Tunde, but I really do believe he needs to swap things up. I really do. He does have a lovely jab. Round two comes to an end. That was a better round for Lyndon Archer there, it has to be said. He did do a little bit more. Billy Joe not being allowed. Billy Joe having an absolute go by the looks of things at Chris Eubank Jr., or at least his team. Not being allowed in to Team Eubank, having a go at Napper. Is that Napper? The manager of Chris Eubank Jr. I think it might be. He's already had one fighter lose tonight. He's already had one fighter lose tonight. I wonder, will he get a second fighter taking an L on this show? He may. Lads, he may very well. But Billy Joe Saunders has Yard beaten anyone above British level. It depends if you class Lyndon Arthur as British level. If you class him as maybe European, then yeah. But if you don't, then no, he hasn't. And Billy Joe is looking huge, man. He is looking so big. It's crazy. All right, round number 3. Lyndon Arthur, if he can hold on for another round, he's done better than he did last time. And we want to get this main event going because it is currently now, what time is it? It's currently now 9 o'clock. So if they get this done quick, we could actually get the main event going sooner rather than later. I mean, I was expecting this live would go on for 3+ hours. It might be a 2-hour. It's going to be a 2-hour live, definitely. But we might only be doing a 2-hour live. We might not be doing the full, right hand goes in from Anthony Yarde there. But I think Lyndon Arthur just rode that shot ever so slightly, so it doesn't look like it's taking the full effect. But nevertheless, it does still land from Anthony Yarde. And again, very standoffish is Anthony Yarde. Look at that. Look at the way he has his hands. That looks bizarre. Oh, but he caught him with a check hook coming in, and Lyndon Arthur does not want to be backed up into the corner. Anthony Yarde, he's not really going to tee off on you, but he's going to look to land that perfect shot, which he's doing right now. And Anthony Yarde, as I've said, very big puncher. Very big puncher. Reminds me of Fury. Oh, man, his weight gain, that was crazy. Nothing will ever top that Fury weight gain. And if it wasn't for the fact that he was a heavyweight, he would have been screwed. Because he never would have. If he was a middleweight, he would have been screwed. He would have never got back down to that weight. Oh, Lyndon Arthur coming in, but he's fine. He's okay. It looked a lot worse on the TV than I'm sure it did in the arena because Anthony Yarde hasn't even so much as got any more urgency than he already did. And more the same. It just Yarde does look sharp. He does, and he's doing well there. Good right hand by Anthony Yarde. But it looks to me like he's just waiting constantly for that perfect shot. Misses there with a right hand. Does Anthony Yarde. 1:05 to go here in round number 3. And again, this is Yarde's big moment. This is the first time he's fighting in front of Turkey. And for me, you would kind of think that you would want to really impress, If you go in there and you give a kind of a bit of a dull affair, you do wonder, will he do you any favors moving forward? And for me, what I'm seeing here, Yarde is he's winning, he's doing well, but he's not exactly, he's not exactly setting the world alight to me with what I'm seeing. Oh, here we go again. Hang on a minute. That gone. So 25 seconds left in round number 3. Yarde just leads with a left hook there. And both guys end up in a clinch. Body shot goes in there from Lyndon Arthur. Anthony Yarde has done some. I'll read that now in a sec because I can't see it. Yarde has done some dirt by Tunde. He has, man. He really has. It's a shame because listen, I'm not going to have a go with Tunde for what he's done with Anthony Yarde from a technical point of view. To bring someone from the amateurs to the pro, well, not really the amateurs to the pros, to look as polished as he does is very good. But Tunde's limitations have been shown. He can only do so much for a respective fighter. And now it's like, right, he's not going to improve with you anyway, so he needs to leave. And he hasn't. And that's a shame for Anthony Yarde because I think he needs to. Truthfully, I do. I think he absolutely needs to. 120 in the building. If you haven't already, do please hit the like button. And if you're new, I would appreciate if you would consider subscribing. We prop a box and 1.1 thousand. That's insane. How many does that have? I'd imagine something similar. 900. 1.1 thousand. The boys have 1.1 thousand in the live. That is absolutely, honestly, that is mental. Imagine having 1.1 thousand in your live. That is flipping crazy. We'll get to about 200, I reckon. I reckon we'll get to about 200, which is still good. And yeah, it's weird. Why does Yarde have the foul protector up so high? It's starting to feel like a 12-rounder. It is, isn't it? I mean, you will say to the fans they got their money's worth, but I love knockouts, right? I do. I flipping love knockouts. And I've never been to a show where there hasn't been a knockout live, as in as a live fan. Every show I've gone to live, there's always been a knockout, all right? And I am someone who, as much as I love seeing value for money, I feel cheated without a knockout because I flipping loved them. I've seen plenty of big knockouts live as well, which are fun to watch. So, and I've been to, over the last couple of years, I go to at least one show a year, one live show a year, and I always see a knockout at it or two. So when I go to a show or if I see a show and it's like 12 round or 12 round, it's like, oh, for God's sake, you can get my money's worth, but come on, knockout. I want to see one knockout, you know? That's always been me, chewing gum. If you stop chewing gum, the world will end. That's something I never even noticed about Ben, Nigel. Favorite live show you've been to? That's a good question. Lee or Hamza Shearers versus Liam Williams was really fun. That was a really fun show. All the fights ended. Actually, Anthony Yard was on that show. Saw him fight live. That was really fun. I was at a small hall show years ago, back 2019 in Cork, and I had a lot of domestic fighters on the undercard. That was fun because there was a lot of tear ups, and it was actually quite fun. And there was a couple of knockouts on it as well, big knockouts, which was really fun. Best show I've ever been to. I've been to Joe Joyce, Christian Hammer was at that show. Was at Frampton and Windsor Park. Tyson Fury fought on that show. Me and Ade, we went to a show in the York Hall. Harlem Eubank was on it. And that was really fun. I saw I can't remember who it was, but he got a massive, like, I mean, a flipping big knockout. Like, this was a devastating knockout on there as well. I got the guy's head snapped violently as well. It was crazy. I would say I had really good fun at Liam Williams, Hamza Shearers. I had real good fun at that show. I was media for that show, so I was right at ringside. Yeah, he's fighting at a terrible pace. He didn't fight at this pace last time. Last time, right, the fight was already over by this time. And he just came forward and just walked Lyndon Arthur down. Lyndon Arthur is warming into this fight. Look at him, he's hitting him with the jab there. Lyndon Arthur is actually warming into this fight. And when you do that, you're giving him chances to hit you. You're giving him chances to counter punch you. And he's been doing that there. Anthony Yard misses with a right hand. Lyndon Arthur with a good left hook on Anthony Yard there. See, this is the problem. You're letting Lyndon Arthur get into his boxing. You're giving him too much time and space. That's the problem. If you give Lyndon Arthur time and space, he'll do what he just did there. He'll box your head off and he'll counter punch you. So this has the feeling of another 12 rounder. Get some juice. But yeah, truthfully, this does have the feel of a 12 rounder. We're getting there. Man, he looks eerily like Ed Sheeran, that guy. He really does. Thoughts on Vidal Riley's performance? I thought it was very good. He boxed very well. He did. He boxed very well, Vidal Riley. I was surprised. I didn't think he boxed as well. I thought the styles would blend together a little bit better than they did. CBS for me, that was fight of the night. I would say performance of the night was Aaron McKenna. There's Gordon Ramsay. Absolute Peter and Rick. If you ever really, I find chefs quite interesting, their stories. And the more you read about Gordon Ramsay, I know he comes across as an absolute see you next Tuesday on TV. But when you read about like what he was like when he was in his kind of heyday, he was awful. He was an awful human being. He really is. Some of the things he did. Like, that guy is just, he really is awful, that guy. If you've ever like gone in depth and looked at what some of the things he's, oh man, that jab is popping for Lyndon Arthur. Oh man, that jab is absolutely popping for Lyndon Arthur. It really is. And he's letting the right hands go. You see, this is what I mean. You're letting him get into the fight. Now he's getting more aggressive. Now Anthony Yard is getting more aggressive. But when is the last time Yard looked good? It was against Lyndon Arthur nearly 4 years ago. So Marco Pierre White was Gordon Ramsay's mentor. And he helped get Gordon Ramsay into a restaurant called Aubergine. And Gordon Ramsay was the head chef there. And he even wrote this in his book. He was quite paranoid because he was always trying to chase Marco, because Marco was the guy in London in cooking at the time. And back in the 90s, not like today where you can do online bookings and stuff like that. If you had a book-in book, that was it. That's what you did. And one day, I think it was 98, someone in a motorcycle robbed it and he blamed Marco Pierre White for it. Marco Pierre White got a lot of stick for it. Gordon Ramsay in his autobiography said actually he did it himself. Like he went in with the bike helmet on, robbed it, and that he still had the original book in his house, and he just let Marco take the blame for it. And Gordon did, and Marco did make Gordon cry. Although he said he made himself cry. And I quite like Marco Pierre White. I prefer him to Gordon Ramsay. Because you can tell Marco Pierre White, he was probably even worse to work for. Probably was even worse to work for in his heyday. But you can tell he had a bit more, there's a bit more human in there than there is with Ramsay. With Ramsay, I really find it hard to find a human in there. With White, you can see it when he was doing like Hell's Kitchen and stuff. You're like, okay, there is a human there. I'd flippin' hate to work for him because I'd say he was even more tyrannical than Ramsay was, even worse probably. But there's a bit more human there. Well, I mean, you could say stole it. I mean, it was the restaurant; it wasn't his. But yeah, he let Marco Pierre White take the rap for it. So that's Ramsay in a nutshell. And if you ever watched his documentary Boiling Point, you can see the paranoia in him. You can see it in that. That's a much younger Ramsay. I don't even think he had 3 stars at the time. You can see it. You can see there's a lot of paranoia about that guy. So that is various reasons. All about Ainsley. Yeah. I mean, Ainsley, like, the funny thing is, right, when you see, because if you go to London, there is like these celebrity chef restaurants everywhere. Everywhere. And people always say they're crap. It's just a gimmick. It's just a bit of a gimmick. That's all it is with those celebrity chef restaurants. Um, I always say for me, like restaurants I like eating in are just restaurants where I can have a bit of fun, where they're not too serious, and the food is what I want to eat. You know, I've never ever wanted to go to a Michelin starred restaurant. I know people have said it's amazing and this, that, and the other, but I've always just wanted to go to places where I just really like, you know, that are really home. Like that restaurant in near Leicester Square, Fallow, that looks really nice. I'd seen their YouTube channel. And that's a restaurant it doesn't have any stars. The food looks good, and you want to eat there. It's expensive. It's flipping expensive. Holy crap. Linden won that round, you mean? And they're places I'd really want to go to. And there's a restaurant here in, well, actually, it's not in Swords. It's in the next town called Skerries, called Blue Bar, and it's right on the pier. And it's literally right. It has just you go in there, it's just so nice. It's got a beautiful vibe, beautiful scenery to it, and they make food you just want to eat. Like the food is really nice. It's expensive as well, but you make food. They make food you want to eat. You go to these Michelin stars, and it's all like perfectly perpendicular. It's just like I don't want that. I don't want to just go and have a laugh. You know, you go with your mates for a meal, you want to have a laugh. You don't want to be just sitting there, you know, okay, you know, silence. And if they do those tasting menus, they bring you a morsel of food and you're waiting 20 minutes for, you know, the next bit. Nah, that's not what I want. So that's the kind of guy I've been with regards to that. There is restaurants that I would love to try. Now Anthony Yard is actually speeding it up a little bit. And I will probably eventually, I will eventually try that Fallow restaurant. I might try it on the June bank holiday because I'm in London that day, and the June bank holiday is an Irish bank holiday, so I'll get it. You guys in the UK won't, and I might try it that day. Yeah, it's not a great fight this, because there's a lot of things on that menu that look so interesting. Like that cod, I like fish for one. I love fish. That cod's head looks flipping amazing. And yes, it's a cod's head. Yeah, an actual fish's head, cod's head, looks flipping amazing. It's in sriracha sauce, looks crazy. Look at it online, it looks really nice. It's like £30, as in £30, as in price wise. But yeah, that's how bad this fight has been. That we're talking about other things while the fight is going. Body shot from Lyndon Arthur again. There, this is going like the first one, isn't it? Greg the Knowledge Wallace. Oh God, yeah. Marcus Waring is at Fallow. See, if I was going to Fallow, I heard their burger is nice, but if I'm going there, I want to try some of the things that like I've never tried. Like I'm not a big pork guy, and they do a pig's head, so I wouldn't be getting that. I've never really been a big pork eater for some reason. Um, but they do like a cod's head. They do like for a start, they do these ribs. and they look absolutely amazing. And people have said the corn is amazing. It just looks incredible. Like it really does. It looks like a place you just want to eat at. So that's the next restaurant on the list, definitely. I've been to a few around London that are really nice. Obviously Mayfair is just littered with them, and that's not in Mayfair. That's near Leicester Square. But yeah, London, the restaurant scene in London is really good, and there's a lot of good places to eat in London. I think that the meat in Ireland is better, but London just spoils you for choice. It really does. Yeah, it's really bad. We're talking about restaurants, man. That's how bad this. Yeah, it's not been fun. Anthony Yard looking tired in there, and out of fish too. Let's just looking at these body shots. One in Canary Wharf now. What, a fallow? Is there a fallow in Canary Wharf? I know they've opened a few restaurants. Where's that? One in Canary Wharf now. I'm assuming. Oh, I remember Little Chef. Yeah, I went there a few times when I was a kid. I remember them. Yeah, there was one in Soares actually. It was only here for a little while. I had a breakfast there when I was about 10. I think it was 05. I think it was 05 when I went there. They did a nice breakfast. I'll give them that. It's actually a really nice breakfast in Little Chef. I remember them. They were here for literally, they were here for like a minute and they were gone. They were here for literally a minute when they were gone. Yeah, it's called something different. Oh, I think I heard about that. I haven't looked at it because they don't just have the one restaurant. They have a few. They've got a chicken restaurant called Fowl. Yeah, Fowl. That's what it's called. Imagine. Carl Frampton has Lyndon Arthur ahead. I can't blame him. From what I'm seeing here, he does look to be winning. If Yard loses this fight, I won't say stick a fork in him. I would say, if not now, then when are you going to leave this guy? I swear to God. It's just, Yard needs to leave this guy. I'm diagnosed with celiac, so there's almost no restaurants I want to eat at. Ah, man, that's crap. Because I'm very lucky. Thank God, I never have I've no issues with anything I eat. There's foods I don't like. So there's foods I would never, or restaurants I'd never go to because I don't like their food. Or but not because I don't like their food, but there's things in the food I wouldn't like. For example, I despise mushrooms. Don't like them. So there's a lot of foods that are off limit to me. Raw, that's the one. That's the one. There's a lot of foods like that will be off limit to me. I don't like mushrooms, so yeah, there's plenty. So that's one of the reasons why I could never eat in a Michelin-starred restaurant because it seems like they put truffles, which are basically mushrooms. They are mushrooms on everything. There's always something with mushrooms in it, and I don't like them. I never liked them. So Yard is chucking this fight away. He knows how to beat him. So I'm just like, well, you knew how to beat him the first time or the second time, so why aren't you doing that now? You know? There we go. And the tiny ring. You think the tiny ring would actually benefit Yard, considering he did the pressure the first time or the second time? So you think that with the smaller ring, you'd be thinking, okay, that's going to benefit Anthony Yard. Clearly not. Evidently not. And we just want this main event to happen. The one thing I will say, they'll probably get on with it, like the main event. If this fight goes to full 12, they'll get on with the main event. Oh, Lyndon Arthur missed him with an uppercut there. That would have been a nice shot to land. That really would have been. I'm genuinely worried about Eubank Jr. For God's sake, I swear. Just to get rid of one, and how do they keep... They are really persistent tonight, the bots. Like, they are not, like, they really want to get those links in, don't they? God, it seems like you only literally get one out and then another one is just straight back. I've never seen anything like it. I think moving forward, when I do these live watch-alongs for pay-per-view, I'm going to set the comments that you can only comment, like, if you've been, like, in the stream for, like, an hour or something. That probably should help with that. Yeah, Adam, man, it's been... I mean, I wasn't looking forward to this fight anyway, but I didn't think it would be quite this. I did do a video saying Anthony Yard, don't F this up. He's doing it. He's doing it. Honestly, I'm gonna end up drinking the whole thing of this. That sounds disgusting, mate. Truffle flavored crisps. That actually sounds disgusting. I'm not gonna lie. That doesn't sound nice at all. That really doesn't sound nice, man. Truffle flavored crisps. What monstrosity thought that would be a good idea? That sounds absolutely disgusting. It really does. Honestly, man. Holy crap. And we always put the super chats on screen. Always. Workstation 1. It's fitting the fight was sponsored by Fatal Fury. The whole card has been fatal to my insomnia. It's killed the insomnia, hasn't it? It's got rid of it, man. It's got rid of the insomnia. I mean, this fight is gonna, man, get me some insomniac patients here. I'll start. Do you know what I do? I'd even start making. I'd even like register myself as as a doctor. You have insomnia? Ha ha ha! You ever heard of Lawrence Acoli, David Light? Well, you come with me. Insomnia is going to be a thing of the past after I'm finished with you. And big up to Bagman, €2. Appreciate it every time. Cheers as always, G-Man. Chris still wins. Let's see, man. Let's see. I appreciate the £2, man. It's much appreciated. We're doing well tonight. We're doing well tonight, man. I'm not gonna lie. We're doing well tonight. Made some nice ones. From what I'm seeing here, I think Lyndon Arthur is winning. It looks that way. Oh, but good. Oh, man, he is getting way more aggressive, Lyndon Arthur, as this fight goes on. And the defense is holding up. It's like I said, right? Anthony Yarde, in the run-up to this fight, was at movie premieres. He was out and about. He was filming, like, Made in East London. He was doing a lot of other things, whereas Lyndon Arthur was just in camp. And for me, jab again by Lyndon Arthur goes in. It's like the first fight, right hand goes in from Lyndon Arthur. It is literally like the first fight all over again. The first fight was crap, and this fight is crap. And it is literally like that all over again. These guys, good shot by Lyndon Arthur up close. Anthony Yarde, man. I said it about Chris Eubank Jr. You make your bed, you got to lie in it. And you could have left Tunde all those years ago, and you didn't. And now you reap what you flipping sow, because he's learned nothing. He's not doing anything. I'm sure he can hurt Lyndon Arthur. He's just waiting for the perfect. He won the last fight by stoppage, by putting the pressure on and just basically walking Lyndon Arthur down. And he's not doing that this time. I mean, he literally just needs to rewatch the second fight and do what you did there. That was in Telford, Shropshire, I believe, the second fight. He lands a good left hook there, does Anthony Yarde. Oh, right hand goes in. He's getting a bit more aggressive here. Yarde fanboy is crap. I've been a Yarde fanboy for many years, since I've seen him first. Doesn't stop me from criticising him aplenty. And I am criticising him massively. I am going to have a field day with him, win or lose this fight. He is in for it. When I finish this live and I do my review of the main event, I'm going to upload that, and then I'm going to go in on Anthony Yarde, win or lose this fight. Win or lose this fight, because this has been a better round. It's been more fun. Yarde's doing better work here. He's doing much better, but there's no steam on some of those shots. You can see it. There's no steam on them. Absolutely none. Although he does land a few good shots there. That's a good right hand by Anthony Yarde, though. Lyndon Arthur just holds. I forgive you for being a fanboy, G. Well, thank you, man. Thank you. That round was so good. We started talking about the fight and not talking about food again. In terms of the man who said that his girlfriend got truffle flavored crisps, my sympathy to you, man. They sound absolutely disgusting. As I said, I don't know what genius thought that would be a good idea. Truffle is a mushroom, basically. Hence the reason why I won't eat one. I just don't like them. I don't like them. They're not tasty. And there's foods like that just don't sit with me. I've got a very simple palate. A very simple palate. One of my favorite foods would be probably like beef. Chicken and beef are two of my favorite foods. Like, I love steak. I love fish. I love all kinds of fish. Like, I love turbot, Dover sole, cod, haddock, salmon, if I didn't already say that. Fish is always good. Like, fish I like. I've never tried a scallop. I have tried an oyster. They're not for me. Definitely not. I would not recommend an oyster. For me, that was not a cuisine I'll be trying again anytime soon. But I'm very simple, like a very simple palate. Fish, meat, and chicken. Chicken is probably my favorite. My girlfriend's from India, torturing me with spicy foods. To be honest with you, I actually would I like spice. I'm a liker of spice. So if I was dating an Indian girl and she was making me spicy foods, I would eat them. What are the chippies like in Ireland? I think they're pretty good. Like they're real chipper chips, like real chip shop chips that you get in the UK. They get to do them here. And I don't get chippers a lot or chippies a lot. In fact, I think in the last probably 3 years, I've had maybe one. So, G Man getting a mention on proper stream. Yes, yes, yes. That you're talking about food rather than the fights. Hang on a minute. I'm gonna have words with them guys. Second best boxing podcast on YouTube. They can critique me all they want because I've got the number one. Me and Ade have the number one, and they're sore about that. John and Kaya and Sonny use are sore about that. I know, use are sore. What can I say? We're the number one. They're close second. We're still number one. But yeah, if he wants me to talk about this fight, I will. There's a minute. Oh, that's a good right hand by Anthony Yard, actually. He's doing a bit more work now. He's doing a bit more work. What about eggs? Everyone likes eggs. Conor Benn loves eggs. Yeah, I do. I don't eat them as much as I probably should because they're so cheap and cheerful. But yeah, I do. I like eggs. I've never liked eggs scrambled though. I always prefer a poached egg. Poached egg is my favorite. G-Man talked about the food. There you go. There you go. So, but Proper is fantastic. Big up the Proper box of every time. I think me and Ade need to do a show with the boys from the Proper podcast. I think we need to do. I think that has to come sooner rather than later. G-Man and Ade and G-Man versus the Proper podcast in a show. That's what we should really do sometime. That would be flipping epic as well. That would be genuinely flipping epic as well. But big up to the boys every time. Big up to the boys every time. We are. Oh, by the way, I have 154 of you guys in the building. If you haven't already, I would love it if you would hit the like button and subscribe. I want to get 200 in the building. Plus, as well, I've got 23,433 subscribers. So I want to see that subscriber count jump up a bit. So if you haven't already, do please consider subscribing. It takes no time. It takes literally no time. It's free. It's free. There we go. We got the subs up. We get the likes up. This is better work from Anthony R. Thank God. I only took him 9 rounds. But he's finally doing it. Just saying. I only took him 9 rounds to do it, but hey, better late than never, I guess. Bit like last time. I only took him 12 rounds to find out, or the first time. Can't find the like button on the phone. It's fine, mate. Don't worry. We're doing good, man. We're having fun tonight. We're having a good. Actually, this has been a fun stream. I've enjoyed this. I still can't believe every fight tonight is gone. Close the chat. Oh yeah. If you're on your phone, close the chat. Actually, yeah, good point. Yeah, close the chat. You'll see the like button and then open the chat. And it's there. That's a good point. Actually, I forgot about that. Yeah, if you close the chat, you're good to go. The like button's there. And there we go. The likes are up, lads. The likes are up. As well as the subs. Oh, we got one sub. One more sub. Okay, look, I'll take it. I'm happy. Man, I'm honestly chuffed if I get one sub. Much less any. Although today has been I think I'm up to nearly 100 subs since this morning. I think this morning I started at like 2330 or 2350, 350. Yeah, that way in reaction, the subs just went bum after I did that. So that was good. Battered noggin and fish and chips. Again, I don't really get chippy a lot. Ade told me about a fish and chip shop in Leighton called the Codfather, and I will try it. He stands by it. He said it's amazing, so I will give that one a go. There's a place in Ireland called Bischoff's. They do fish and chip, and that will be my go-to. Again, I think the last time I had it was about 2 or 3 years ago, and it was still nice. And I think that's the last chippy I've had. So 2 or 3 years ago, but it was nice. Bischoff's. It's a fish and chip. They do really good food. Really good fish and chip. Really nice. Finally, Anthony Yard is actually pouring it on a bit in the 10th round. He needed to. See, this is what bugs me about Anthony Yard. Look at this. He's able to do this now. He's able to get all these shots go. and he's able to do all this work now, and it's so late in the fight. It's so late in the fight. He's wasted rounds. Your content analyst is good. You'll get there for sure. I've got no doubt about that, mate. I've genuinely got no doubt about that. I think with the amount of work I put in, I think it's inevitable. And that's not me being cocky. It's just the way I just believe it, you know. And Tristan Fowler, glad you're sticking with G-Man. Your watch along is the best. Love your opinion on boxing. Oh, that disappeared. Oh, it's still on the screen. All right, it's still on the screen. I appreciate that. Or maybe that's why it disappeared. Flipping links again. But thank you for the £5, mate. I really appreciate that. And man, it's been a fun live. I've been enjoying this. Watch along. I will do a live tomorrow as well, an aftermath live, regardless of the winner. I don't need to buy new curtains because even this is my house. I'm on my own here. But I'm thinking of updating the sofas and stuff because they're a bit old. Well, they're five years old, but I need to update them. So that's one thing I'm going to do whilst I'm in London, or before I go back to London. I'll try and get this sorted. And then after, I will consider fixing the curtains. I'm just too lazy to fix them and change them. That's the honest to God's truth with that one. But yeah, this is good stuff now from Anthony Yard. Finally, he's pouring it on. And it's been really all Anthony Yard this round number 10. That's a good uppercut from Anthony Yard. Lyndon Archer's fighting back, though. Fighting back off the ropes. The jab is not popping the way it was, certainly early on. I'm teasing my brother. I've only got blinds, not even curtains yet. Everyone mentions them, man. So I'm used to it. It's literally impossible. When I do a stream in London, it's fine. There's no curtain. Well, there is. Yeah, there is curtains. I think there is. There is curtains in the flat. But yeah. I remember you hunting down 10K. Calvin, mate, that was one of the hardest slogs ever, because 10K was a number I desperately wanted at the time. Like, I flipping desperately wanted it. And it just seemed like it was never happening. And once I hit 10K, it was kind of like, oh, you're at 20. But 10K was just like, oh, when I hit that, man, it was like the best moment ever in YouTube. And that's still, when I hit 10K, even when I hit 20, I was happy, but nothing topped hitting 10K. Was just like, yes, it was flipping amazing. It was so nice. It was amazing hitting 10K. And yeah, we will hit 50K sooner rather than look at Ade. He's going to hit 100K in the next, I reckon, in the next 2 years. I reckon in the next 2 years, he'll have that plaque. If I could be at 40, 50 in 2 years, which is, let's see, you never know. But he's going to have 100K in the next 2 years, I reckon. It won't be next year, probably be 27 by the time he gets there, but he'll get there 100%. 110%. He'll get there. It's going to be real interesting to see how the judges are scoring this fight. Like, Anthony Yard, way more aggressive. Remember 5K. I remember it's weird, like, I remember these things. I remember when I hit 5K, it was on the Josh Warrington versus Mauricio Lara rematch. I remember it. And then I hit 10K after Eubank Smith, the first fight. That's when I hit 10K. So you remember these things. Oh, Yard is definitely getting the better of it. You can see it on Lyndon Archer's face. He's grimacing a bit there. So he's feeling the weight of these shots. I think we might actually get a stoppage here, or potentially get a knockdown at the very least. But Yard is really pouring it on. He is still looking poor, though. What's Beckham doing? It's not the real Beckham, but they even have a transplant. They even gave him a hair transplant, like the real David Beckham. You can even tell the guy who's doing it has the hair transplant and all. You can tell that's transplanted hair, by the way. A few hundred, man, it's crazy. It's actually crazy to think, like, when I look back at, like, years ago, because I still have screenshots of, like, the channel when it was like 500-600, and it's like, whoa. And I see the numbers, how much bigger they are now in comparison. It's like, whoa. Like, in 1 month, I think in 1 month I had a screenshot where I was like, I hit 10K views in a month. And I was like, at the time I was like, that's crazy. Like, I would love to hit 10K views per video now. That's how different it's got. Like, I want 10K on every video, much less in a month. Because now I'm trying to get, like, my goal on average is 250K views a month, which I've been hitting like clockwork lately. This month we're up into the 300s. So it's crazy how things change. Oh man, Yard is pouring it on here. He is really going for it. See, why couldn't see this? I just don't get this. Why didn't you just do this earlier? I know Lyndon Arthur was fresher, but you could have easily done this. Oh, he is really pouring it on Lyndon Arthur here. That towel might come in. Because Lyndon Arthur ain't punching back, man. He ain't punching back. There's 15 seconds to go, 10 seconds to go. And he is really pouring it on big there. Body shot goes in from Anthony Yard again. Uppercut to go in. They're not landing. Lyndon Arthur does actually punch back, but he is in. Oh, big shots from Lyndon Arthur go in there, but Anthony Yard nods his head saying, "You didn't hurt me." Round is done. When you get in the hair transplant soon, man, hopefully. So I'm meeting up with, I'll tell you now. So I'm meeting up with a barber next week, and he's going to send photos off to his crowd in Turkey. And hopefully they'll give me a nice quotation. I seen big up to Henry as well. I seen that. He was saying we need to collab. We definitely do. I have a lot of time for Henry. I really do. I've been sub to him for years and years and years. Since he did a Dave Allen documentary years ago, and I've been sub to him for a while. And he's an absolute gent. He's a great guy. He's a great channel. Flipping great channel. And now we're on DM terms on Instagram, so we will do something. He's in Melbourne. So he's based in Melbourne. I'm obviously based in London. So the time difference is about what, 8 hours. It's more than that. So we could do something. It would probably have to be late evening UK time, or vice versa. Early morning UK time, late evening his time. So, but we will do something. And yeah, Carl Frampton has Anthony Yard in a commanding lead. Now. Yeah, he's really dominated the last couple of rounds, it has to be said. But a points win over a guy you stopped in 4 rounds a couple of years ago, it's not ideal. And Anthony Yard, he's only ever won a points decision once, and that was years ago. Years and years and years ago, and it was a 4-rounder. He's never won a points decision where there's judges involved, because only the referees score fights in 4-rounders in the UK. There's 2 minutes left in the 12th round. I can't believe we've had another 12-rounder. Man, this is insanity. It's what time now? It's nearly 10 p.m. So they are genuinely going to have to rush that ring walk for the main event. Man, I feel bad for Ade. He's going for what, 5 hours now? So we could be on here until at least 11 o'clock. He'll be going for a while. He'll be going for 6 hours. Can you imagine? Imagine the views you're going to get on that live as well. It's going to be crazy. But yeah, Anthony Yard, 90 seconds to go. Lyndon Arthur will survive. He'll survive for sure, but he ain't winning this fight. It's just a shame Anthony Yard didn't do this earlier, because he obviously has enough energy left in the tank. He has energy to burn. I don't see why he didn't just do this earlier. He does miss with a big swinging left hook there. Steve Gray looks on. It's still over a minute to go in the 12th and final round. We are going to, for God's sake, we will see the final bell most likely again in this fight, or on this card. They've all gone 12 rounds. Every one of them. They've all gone 12. The main event won't go 12. I just have a feeling it won't. Don't know for who, but good shot there from Lyndon Arthur, but Anthony Yard retaliates. It's finally got a bit of life, man. Finally actually picked up a bit of life. Young Irish kid did well. He did very well. He did very surprised. He really surprised me. Aaron McKenna, he boxed well. Really happy for him. Really happy for him. He did really well. That's a great win to have on your resume as well. Liam Smith's no joke. No joke. Although now I think he's seen better days, but it is still a good win nonetheless. Oh, good jab by Anthony Yard there. This is actually not a bad round for Lyndon Arthur, but he's not winning it. If you know, Barca are dominating Madrid now. Barca, what they've been doing this season. And Madrid, I still can't believe what Arsenal did to Madrid. I'm not an Arsenal fan. Anthony Yard is actually. I can't believe what they did. Wow, they've gone 12 again. Let's have a listen. How many rounds have they done? 3 fights, and that's 24 rounds. There were 28 rounds. 28 rounds these two guys have shared. Fisher, Allen too. I'm gonna go to that one. It's literally that show, Allen versus Fisher 2, is walking distance for me. So I'm definitely gonna head to that one. I'm gonna see what we can do about media stuff. I can obviously get in as media. That's not the problem. We'll just see, because me and Ade, we do our show, so we'll see. Maybe we'll do a little bit of. I'm gonna suggest that we do a little bit of like work, not work per se at it, but like film a segment for maybe Ade and G-Man, where maybe with like me, him, maybe Barry Jones on or something as a little treat, something like that. Because all you need is just something there, you know. You don't need much. So let's see. Let's see. I am missing loads here in the chat. Yard won the fight. Yeah, he did win the fight, but he was he really did make it hard, easy for himself. He could have made that fight a hell of a lot easier. Flipping hell of a lot easier. I forgot that it's actually another decision. I still can't believe the 6 a.m. in Tokyo. I would give anything to go to Tokyo for a week and see it. I'd love to. Looks like Thomas Triver is ready. Let's see. Thomas Triver, I think, has the decision. It was all yard at the back end. All right. Here we go. Let's have a listen.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of boxing,
Yard should get this.
Judge John Latham scores it 115 to 113, and both judges Lejette Jancovia and Giuseppe Quartarone are in agreement. They will score the same 116 to 112.
Gotta be Yard.
All in favor of your winner by unanimous decision, and now the WBA Intercontinental Light Heavyweight Champion, Anthony the Beast from the East.
I don't do those scorecards. You can't argue with them. No arguments. Oh my God. Yeah, that's about right. That is about right. I can't believe it, man. They are so persistent tonight. I have never seen spam bots as persistent as tonight. Like, they are not playing around. By the way, 174 in the building. If you haven't already, hit the like button, hit subscribe. All of that good stuff, man. All of that good stuff. There's got to be some newbies in the chat who haven't subscribed to the channel. I would appreciate it if you could. I would really appreciate it if you could hit subscribe, all of that good stuff. We're trying to build, we're trying to get closer to those, big numbers. We're nearly there, man. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. So I would greatly appreciate it if you would consider hitting subscribe. And hopefully there's going to be more. Unfortunately, there's going to be more of those spam bots, but hopefully there's not much more. Hopefully there's not much more. And hopefully they speed the ring walks up for the main event. Because I don't think they envisioned every fight going the distance, which they have. Where's that thing? I don't think they've envisioned every fight going the distance tonight, which they have. So they're probably going to speed that main event up. Every drop out of that. Yummy. That's the movie Ade was telling me about, actually. If you watched Ade and G-Man, the Q&A, the movie they're showing, Ade is insisting I watch it. It's called Mobland. It's not a movie, actually. It's a series. Ade is insisting I watch that. Is that cranberry juice? Yes, it is. Do you remember I used to always drink that on the watch-alongs? I used to always drink that on the live watch-alongs. It's cringe because it's Adam Smith. I can't stand him. Do you know what, right? You know what? Adam Smith has his moments where he's good So when drama is there, he's good for being in those moments. But listen, right? I don't want anyone to go through what he went through in terms of his health. I wouldn't wish it on anyone, right? But it seems to me as though because he's gone through that, so many people act as though he's this godfather of boxing. Adam Smith was never that good, and he got so much stick for years. Adam Smith was getting stick for his commentary, saying he was a terrible commentator, this, that, and the other. And now everyone is like, Adam Smith is the gold standard. It's like, what? No, he's okay in what he does, but the reality is that reaction was brilliant when he reacted to Povetkin KO and White. For those dramatic moments, he's great, but for the rest of him, he's crap. Like, he just talks dribble and he goes on about crap that you don't need to know. He's not that good. He's better than Costello, and Costello is awful. So, that's why I think the commentary since he's been away has been so bad that it's made Smith look good in comparison when he's never been that good a commentator. Didn't know what had he had health problem. He had the C word. I don't want to say it, but he had the C word. And obviously, no, we don't want anyone to go through that. And, the C, and it ends in an R. There you go. Someone said it in the chat. I'm just not going to say it on air. So we had that. And listen, again, glad he made a recovery, all that jazz. But, he was never a great commentator. He was always good in spots. He's the kind of guy you'd want commentating in small doses. But the fact of the matter is now people act as though he's like the Jim Lampley of British commentary, which he never was. He was always just okay. And he would talk a lot of dribble. He would virtue signal a lot, which I didn't like because it was just stupid. And some of the things he would say, Ian Darke was much better. I will never forget the Tony Bellew comments when it was in the Manchester Arena. Tony the Bomber Bellew, and he said that's not a reference to what happened in this arena a year ago. It was like when your jaw's on the floor, where you're like, you actually seriously said that. You seriously said that. No one was thinking that, and he says a lot of dribble stuff like that. But when you like AJ versus Ruiz, in that, especially in round number 3, brilliant. You'd want him for that because he was brilliant in those moments. But as a whole, it's just cranberry juices for bladder problems. Definitely not. I've no issues with that, thank God. None with that. But yeah, as I was saying, that's really Adam Smith in the nutshell. He was never one of the better. He was always good without being great. Even good with his kind of like, he's all right. Yeah, he did. That was, I just didn't understand the point of that. So Adam Smith's always been one of them. He's never been an amazing commentator. He's always had his moments. But yeah, since he's come back, it's just been like, oh, he's the gold standard. It's like, no, he's not. He's really not. He's just okay. There is probably much better out there, but hey, all commentary now broadcast everywhere around the world is awful, going by what they're saying. Every third fighter is a once in a lifetime. Yeah, true, very true. F1 gone to the dogs. The darts is not what it used to be. Sid Waddell, what was that guy's name? Dave Lannon. He was really good. They're all dead now, unfortunately. And there was that other guy. Oh, what was his name? He had one of the best voices you'd ever hear. He commentated on darts. Oh, what was his name? I can't remember, but he had a really unique voice, and he was loud, and he was brilliant. Jim Lampley in boxing, amazing, just amazing. And you don't get these. And I think commentary teams back then, it wasn't just that they had good voices. It wasn't that just that they knew what they were talking about, and they were a lot more impartial. They had charisma, which is so lacking today. Every commentator sounds the same nowadays. Literally everyone. Like, when you look at someone like Ade, I know Ade is not a commentator, he's a presenter. But Ade has had no media training. He's not gone to university for that. He's not had any of that. As he says himself, he's just himself. And that's really what people want. No, not Sid Waddell. I know Sid Waddell. It was the other, what's his name? Jim Watt was a great commentator. He was like, Oh, that's going to annoy me now. I'm going to find John something, was it? Darts commentator. I want to know what his name was. God, John Gwynn. That was it. It just came into my head there. John Gwynn. That was it. He was amazing, and he was funny. And like, there's moments where a dart player would make a mistake, and now it would be like they'd say, well, I'll give you an example. Right? If a dart player, like say, busts their score by miscounting, like the commentators now are like, oh, well, there's a miscalculation. I remember in one of the world championships, a guy bust a 180, and he just lets this roar out going, oh, I don't believe it. Like something mad happened. He's like, that is absolutely fatal. So dramatic for such that moment, but it was perfect. And you're just like, oh my God, they don't do that anymore. Like now, if someone does that, oh my God, he just hit a 180. Oh, that's a mistake. And back even only about like 10 years ago, I think he said the worst to the effect of carelessness in its most, and he emphasized this bit, criminal evidence. And it's like, you just don't get that nowadays. It's all the same bland, and you gotta, like, I love listening to a comment. So I'll give you an example, right? You say a dull fight like the last fight we had, right, which was pretty much a dud. A good commentary team will fix that fight every time. Yeah, I've heard of James. He was savage. I quite like James Hunt. So I think for me, when I started doing my YouTube channel, there's a lot of like people I kind of looked at and was like, okay, you know, how can I, not that I want to copy them necessarily, but like you use them for a bit of inspiration. And I think for me, James Hunt is kind of, if you can't already tell, I'm quite a sarcastic individual. So James Hunt for me is kind of like, yeah, I do quite like James Hunt in terms of his commentary and how he would do it. That's quite similar to how I would do it as well. I'd be very much as you know, very sarcastic when it comes to certain things. And I wouldn't tend to pull a lot of punches when it comes to me, you know. I don't say ridicule, and maybe it's a strong word, but you know, I definitely definitely kinder to some than I am with others, to say the least. I think you guys know that if you've watched me any great length of time. I'm certainly a little bit more kind to others. Um, Phil Taylor was peak fitness. He wouldn't even agree with that. Phil Taylor, peak fitness, eh? It's crazy when you look at those old darts players. Like all those old darts players all died young. Like in comparison. Like I mean, like Eric Bristow was 60 when he died. That just doesn't happen nowadays. And he was 60, he looked about 80. And they, like those old darts players who were around in the 80s, I mean, they burned the candle at both ends. Like they really did. They were like insane. It's not even a world title fight and they're doing the national anthems. Okay. Turkey standing there in the ring, as always. But I don't understand that myself. I really don't. But yeah, all those old darts players, they all had they were bad, man. Like they were bad. They used to allow back then drinking on stage. So you'd have darts players who'd be just good. They'd be drinking before the match, they'd be drinking during the match, and then they'd be drinking after the match. And they were doing that all the flip. And they're playing. Are they actually playing the Saudi national anthem? Why? Yeah, people do look much younger there. Well, Andy Fordham, he was. Yeah, I could have told you that because he was absolutely like he never was going to make a pass, but he was absolutely man. That guy said he used to drink 30 bottles of beer a day plus everything. He was bad, man. It took him. It was a no-brainer. He was never going to make it anywhere near 60. I mean, that guy was so bad. Like even when he lost the weight, his body just looked deformed. Like, yeah, darts players like that, like they just didn't give a damn, and it all like it shows. I mean, again, you look at like 50-year-olds from say 20 years ago, and the majority now still look their age, but a lot don't. A lot look younger because we tend to take better care of ourselves. You know, you eat a little bit healthier, you don't drink as much alcohol. Like I said, like there might be people out there doing what belongs to drinking alcohol. I don't know. I'm sticking to cranberry juice. That's the height of it for me. And I don't even have any beers in my fridge. even if I want one after this. It's just juice and water. So I know the beard doesn't help, and the hair. Once I get the hairline fixed, it's going to be. I'm hoping I can knock a couple of years off the date of birth. Once I get the hairline fixed, we'll see. We'll knock a few years off the date of birth. Let's see how that works. We shall see, lads. We shall see. Yeah, Fordham was drinking something like, he was drinking like 20 bottles of pills. The lager, obviously not pills, obviously the lager. Like that is crazy. Like, I mean, I know bottled beer is easier to drink because it's only 300 mils, but still, like if I drank 5 or 6 of those, I'd be like, oh, I think it's enough. I think it's enough. Said having his gave his head freedom. Joe Rogan is bald though, isn't he? I'm sure Joe Rogan is bald, isn't he? Now? Or does he? Yeah, Joe Rogan is bald. No, I see. I don't think the bald head would work with me. I've said that before. If I thought the bald head would work, I would have done it by now. But I don't think it will. I don't think it will. So I'm going to end up just, forking out the money and having someone fix it. And it's cheaper, much cheaper. It's 10 grand to get it fixed over here. I ain't paying 10 grand. So yeah, I could do it, but I just don't think the bald head would work. I don't. Some people have told me it would, but I don't think it would. I don't think it would. I think they're allowed to drink pre-game. I think there's no rule against that, but you're not allowed to drink during the game. You can drink water, but that's about it. G-Man, what's been the fight of the evening? CBS versus Brandon Glanton. It started the show off really well. Enjoyed that. And yeah, that for me was the fight of the show. Thank God they're getting a move on with it. 10 o'clock. You see, this is one of the big perks of this fight being in the UK, it being in a UK stadium. They got curfews. In Saudi, they don't give a damn. Yeah, bottles do go down easy. I don't think it would, mate. Lloyd Christmas. I don't think the bald head would suit me. And I say that because the times in my life when and this is back when I could grow my hair pretty good. Like when I was younger, I could grow it a lot better. I tried like not bald, but like really like thinly shaved. And just for me personally, I didn't think it looked nice. I'd look in the mirror. I remember when I was about, oh God, I was about what, 18? I did like shave it like right down. And for like 3 weeks, I wore a beanie hat because I just didn't like it. I thought it looked like, oh no, I didn't like it. So I just put a beanie hat on for 3 weeks until the hair started growing back, which it did. It grew back fine. And I've never had it like that short since then. Like like normally now the way I have it now is kind of like how it is, like where there's still enough kind of there, and like there's a lot of white hair there. It's not bald, so if I dyed it, it would actually look a lot better because there is actually a lot of hair there. It's just white. It's just white. So I should really dye it. So the way I've been doing it now is kind of how I just have it now. Sorry, I just want to get rid of that. God almighty, all I'm doing this stream is like I'm only reaching for the super chats, and now it's frozen my flipping chat. Yeah, I'm only reaching for the super chats. The rest of the chats I'm reading on my iPhone, and to block the spam, You see, the comments on my hair don't really bother me. Like people always comment that. It doesn't bother me, man, to be honest with you, because at the end of the day, like it's coming from people who have an avatar. So why should that literally means nothing. It's coming from people who have an avatar. So you're commenting on my appearance, but you won't even show your own face. So why should I care? So the comments when people say like, oh, your hairline is this and this, blah, 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 blah. It's like, mate, you have an avatar. It's your profile pic. Why should I care? You literally are not showing your face. Why the hell should I give a shit? So, it doesn't bother me, man. It's fine. And my way of looking at it is like, yeah, it looks like shit now, but I'll fix it. I will fix it. So, for me, I'm kind of like indifferent. Oh, Eubank Junior and Eubank Senior are walking together. There you go. But yeah, try the app that makes you bald. Might surprise you. That's not a bad show, actually. Actually isn't a bad shout. I think the problem with me is I'm afraid that if I do shave it, how will the transplant work? Because I suppose they do take it from the sides of your head, which I've never had problem growing it there. It's always grown real well there. It's not bad hair. So let's see. Nothing wrong with your G man. No, I know there isn't. Of course not. Now someone was asking me about the people who. There's always a comment about the hairline and stuff like that, and yeah, like it doesn't bother me. And as I said, like it's always people who have an avatar, so it doesn't bother me, man. It doesn't bother me at all. Do they have everything off for the transplant? Well, actually, funny enough, if I get a transplant, and that's one of the things I'm actually afraid of, is not afraid of per se, but if you were to get your hair transplanted, you would leave bald because they will like you'll leave with a bald head, obviously. And one of my biggest fears, because someone told me that her partner, who's now her husband, got a hair transplant a couple of years ago, and he was kind of like me. He was like, they're older than me, but he was worried about he was just worried about how it would look or how he'd look because he knew he'd come home bald because that's the way they do it. And she basically said that when he got the transplant, she went with him to Turkey with it. And yeah. She said that when he got the transplant and came back, she actually said that the bald head really suited him, like really suited him. Now he has it now and he's happy with it, but she actually said that she was surprised how much the bald head suited him. And I was kind of like, that's kind of my fear that I'll fork out like 3 grand for a transplant and accommodation and all, it's all included. And then I'll look in the mirror and be like, oh, like you look too bad, bald. That's what I'm afraid of. It shouldn't be. My hair started getting bad. I want to say when I was about 26, 27. If you go back and look at my, because I've always been on camera mostly. You go back and look at me 21, 22, 2021, 2020. No, probably 2021, 2020. It wasn't that bad. And then I put it down to the fact that I started, when I went back to like working on site in the job I was in at the time, I started gelling it a lot more. And that really killed it. I think the gel absolutely screwed it. I think that was the beginning of the end for that. The gel absolutely screwed it. Yeah, I mean, some of them do really bad jobs with it. Like that's the problem. Some of them do really bad. I got a hair transplant, and the ladies will respond. I've some good transplants. Mine was due to 8 kids. I ain't got that problem. I don't have any, so I ain't got that problem. Don't have to fear. Don't have to worry about that, man. Hair is about genes. Very true. If I get a transplant and I have a son, I'll give him false hope. Well, my dad has a full head of hair. No, he does not really. You're screwed. It is that way. It is that way. But man, Eubank looking serious. He is still the favorite to win on Fan Zone. Went ball at 16. God damn, man, that's crazy. That's one thing I've noticed. Has anyone else noticed that, right? If you look, it's got to be the crap they're putting in shampoos. It has to be. If you go back to like the 1970s, 1980s, like baldness was like not unheard of. It happened, but like you didn't see it as prolific as you see it today. You saw people back in the 80s and the 70s, even the 90s, with really strong heads of hair. It has to be the crap they're putting in the shampoos and stuff. It has to be. There's no other explanation as to what, or the food. There's no other explanation as to why. Like you see so many people, as like guys in the chat are saying, at young ages going bald. I remember when I was 23, 2017, I was 23. I worked with a guy. Now this guy was, I mean, damn. That's all I got to say about this guy. He was 21. He looked about 40. And this guy's hairline, I have still never seen as bad a hairline as this guy. This was the worst hairline I've ever seen. And it was on a 21-year-old. I mean, I'm talking nothing on the. He literally had like a cube of hair there. Like literally just that was all that was on his head. And I was like, you're 21. Don't look it. You're 21. How the hell is it so bad at that age? What's going on there? Everyone knows a bald guy or two. I think it's more prolific though nowadays. I think the amount of gel, that's true. And the people who are very prolific gel users, I think as well, yeah, the gel, the crap they put in all them, it can't be good. Like it can't be good for it. Same as something rates. Yeah, it's easier. It's more diagnosed now. Yeah, correct. Who's to say it didn't happen in the past? But it's just absolutely crazy. Bald men dropping kids and getting all the ladies. So they say. Yeah, I mean, like, okay. I'll take my chances with the full head of hair. I'll take my chances with that, man. I will. I'll take my chances with the full head of hair. But yeah, man, some of the guys they do well. They do really well. A lot of shampoos and shower gels are bad for you, as well as toothpaste and sun lotion. I don't use sun lotion at all. I don't use it. I refuse to use sun lotion. I haven't worn sun lotion in over a decade, and I've never had any issues. But I won't use it. No. So no matter where I go, even if I go somewhere sunny or anything like that, I will not use sun lotion. I don't use it. Next week, public talk. That's me doing a public talk. Get shampoo without sulfate in it. Depends on how pointy your head is. Yeah, you can tell some of the guys have really they're like eggheads. And it's like literally eggheads, and you're like, oh my god, that's just made for a bald head. Next week, public talk. Okay. Stress is a big factor. Adam just said there. You're completely right as well. Stress is an absolutely huge factor in it. If you're going through stressful times, you're going to wake up and you're going to be like, oh crap. There's an app called, what's it called? Yuka. Tells you to crap in food, of which there is a lot, of which there is an absolute lot. I try my best to get products that I know are as natural as can be. So like in the UK, Lurpak is one of the more favorite butters, but there's a load of crap in that. So I get Dairy Gold. I know it's a lot more expensive, but it's worth it. It's just worth it because it's just proper butter. And I like putting butter on stuff. So I pay the extra couple of quid. And I think it's an extra like £3 or £4. But it's just worth getting the Dairy Gold because it's just proper butter. That Lurpak is just, I wouldn't touch that shit. No way. Here we go, man. Here we go. Yeah, we're going down the rabbit hole here. We went too far down the rabbit hole. Yeah, we're talking about food. Kerrygold's still a thing. Oh yeah, it is. Man, you can't get better than Kerrygold. It is literally like a golden brick. Kerrygold butter is just like it's the you know what. You will not get better than that. You will not get better than that. Hair now, butter talk, midlife crisis. I'm not even close to midlife, man. Don't go there. And they're doing the intros for the fighters, by the way. They're doing the intros for the fighters. Nigel Benn deservedly gets a round of applause. He deserves it, as does Chris Eubank Sr. Both men. I have to say it, right? UK open stadiums are the best. They're the best. They are literally, you cannot beat, like the atmosphere there just looks electric. You just can't beat it. You just cannot beat it. The atmosphere in some of those arenas, like the UK arenas, the open stadiums in London or Manchester, wherever they are, it's electric. It just look at that. It just looks epic. It just looks flipping epic, doesn't it? The height of spring. Oh my God. I am like literally every 5 minutes having to pop one of those flipping bots on time now. Like I'm only reaching up for the super chats and the bots. And I'm reaching up more for the flipping bots because they are not stopping. Oh man. What we thinking, guys? What we thinking, lads? 185 of you. Come on. Let me know what you guys are thinking. I want to know who we got. Kerrygold is the tops. Kerrygold is legit the best. Like you try and convince me otherwise. Kerrygold is just, it's pure gold. It's so nice. It is so nice. But when does it start? It is literally going to start now in probably the next minute or so. It's probably going to start within the next minute or so. It is going to be absolutely electric. Like, I am seriously. Lord Park, no. I already went into Lord Park, no. Not going near it. Won't touch it. I'll do without. Chris Eubank Jr. is getting G-Man versus Butter. A stoppage and towel will be thrown in. Can I just say how refreshing it is to see Eubank Sr. and Eubank Jr. there? Thank God they're able to squash those beefs. Thank God for that. It's great to see them. 194. We did already top 200, so I got my wish. If you haven't already, hit the like button and hit subscribe. If we can actually get to, we're not far off 200 likes, actually. We're not a million miles off it. I'd love to end this live with 200 likes or close to it. We're only 35 away. Okay, let's turn it up a little bit for the introductions. In fact, actually, no, they might be a little bit. Okay, so they're not going to introduce. They've already introduced the fight, but I want to hear the ref give them the word. It's going to be epic, man. It's going to be flipping epic. I can't wait for this. It's starting to get to me now, isn't it? Benn Eubank, 3 years in the making. This is getting to me now. I'm looking forward to this. I'm legit excited about this. I'm legit looking forward to this. All right, referee going to give him instructions. Let's go. Let's see. Victor Loughlin's a good referee. And he's already reprimanding Eubank. And he's already reprimanding Chris Eubank. Oh, he made them touch gloves. Okay. Man, that's not... Victor Loughlin, don't screw this fight, please. Lads. Right, commentary time. I'm better than Adam Smith. F anyone who says otherwise. So you got me. And we are... Go. All right, this is going to be epic. Eubank Jr. already on the jab. Conor Benn moving ahead. He's already taken a shot there, actually. Noticeably... Oh, don't do that, Conor Benn. Don't do that. Don't be swinging like that. You're in there with someone who actually can counter and actually knows what he's doing. If you do that, you are in for a rude awakening. So be very careful early on with the swings like that, Conor Benn, because you could end up walking into something. He looked to throw a big right hand there, but he is moving quite well. See, Eubank Jr. is in there with someone who has much better speed than he does. Probably ever had, because he is the smaller guy, so he is going to be faster. He is definitely going to be faster, but good bit of ring generalship from Chris Eubank. You never thought I'd be saying that. Using his jab to good effect. Conor Benn, the problem I have with Conor Benn is when he was doing that, he was absolutely, look at that. You can't swing in like that, Conor Benn. You're fighting reckless. And if you do that, you're going to burn so much energy jumping in like that. Because he already looked quite nervous in the build-up, like walking to the ring. And doing that, you are just going to be swinging and missing, and you are just going to waste so much energy. And look at that. Look what he's doing. He's moving constantly, even when he's out of range. So again, he's just burning unnecessary energy with that. Now, he is faster. He's able to see those shots coming. But Eubank catches him coming in with a jab again. It's not bad boxing from Chris Eubank Jr., it has to be said, to be fair, early on. But Conor Benn is dangerous. And you wonder, misses with a right hand there, you wonder what kind of power he has. Shot to the back of the head by Conor Benn there. Chris Eubank Jr. just casually goes about it. 1:25 to go in round number one. Short left hook on the inside. Right hand goes in by Conor Benn. Chris Eubank Jr. takes it well. Shot to the back of the head by Conor Benn. Chris Eubank Jr. looking to fight up close. Use that little bit more physical strength there as he pushes Conor Benn back to the ropes. Victor Loughlin has to get in between them to split them. Conor Benn, not as reckless now as he certainly was earlier on, seems to have a little bit more control under the shot because he was swinging wildly early on. But Eubank Jr. is popping that jab out quite well. The jab is actually a good punch against someone like a Conor Benn because there's not much he can do when it comes to coming in when that jab is being thrown out by Chris Eubank Jr. like it is there. And Chris Eubank Jr. always, his hooks and uppercuts have always been his money punches. And actually, he's in position to throw that. I think he's looking to set the uppercut in off the jab, which is a good idea if you're fighting someone like a Conor Benn with the way he is, as square up as he is. Right hand misses from Conor Benn just there. The head movement from Conor Benn, he's moving that head a lot. Now the gloves are up. and still he takes the jab from Eubank. Wild swings by Conor Benn again there. Not going to land anything if you're doing that. But he is getting closer, Conor Benn. But Chris Eubank Jr., still the bigger guy, leads with the hook there, gets another hook off as he takes a step back. Conor Benn still looking to establish something. Right hand by Chris Eubank Jr. goes in there. I wonder, is he trying to walk him onto an uppercut? It does look that way. Is there a little bit of swelling on the eye of Conor Benn already? He has taken a few shots. Good round for Chris Eubank. Oh, crap. Knocked the mic off, but we'll put it back on. Good round by Chris Eubank Jr. Benn is wasting a lot of energy. I noticed that. But that was an electric first round. I enjoyed that. But Eubank looked comfortable. John Banks in the corner. Ronnie Davis there as well. What are we thinking? What are we thinking after that round? I gave that round to Chris Eubank Jr. Don't know about you guys, but certainly for me, that was a Eubank Jr. round. Do you know what it reminds me of? Conor Benn reminds me of Chris Eubank Jr. when he fought Billy Joe Saunders, the swinging wild. Very dangerous to be doing that. Extremely dangerous to be fighting like that in there against someone like Eubank who you can get countered by. And as well as that, head movement like that for no reason, swinging, you're burning so much energy. So Conor Benn, and if you burn that, the speed is going to go down. Round number 2 is underway. Round number 2 underway. Eubank looking quite relaxed, it has to be said. Very relaxed, very composed in there. Now, he has been the more active. He only fought 6 months ago, back in October. With Conor Benn, he's been out of the ring for 12 months, and he really hasn't had a stern test. I would say, well, Peter Dobson was a test of sorts, but an actual fight. When is the last real time he's had an actual fight? Sorry, I got to get rid of that. Oh, shots going in there from Chris Eubank Jr. on Conor Benn. And Conor Benn looking to resort to hold. There's definitely a gap, a skill gap between the two. You can see that straight away. And the referee is already having words about both guys holding, and referee Victor Loughlin. He is a stern referee. He's a good referee, Victor Loughlin. It has to be said. Scottish referee, very good referee, very old school. So he has word to both guys. Conor Benn again, just looking to bore in with a shot. And he's buying on all these feints from Chris Eubank Jr. Every one of them takes a jab there. Actually, legs buckled a little bit to Conor Benn there from that jab from Chris Eubank Jr. Another double jab goes in there by Eubank. The superior technique is telling, oh, he just missed an uppercut there. Eubank still has the hand speed, but a good right hand from Conor Benn goes in there. Just not wobbles Chris Eubank, but just offsets him a little bit. And again, missing wildly with these big, you can telegraph these shots straight away. He's leaning down. One thing a trainer will tell you, when you see a fighter's shoulder go down, you can kind of tell what's coming, a big shot's coming. So you just know instinctively, when you see that shoulder dip, right hand's coming, and you know, right, move before he's even throwing it. And Conor Benn is telegraphing that. You can see the shoulder is dipping straight away when he's getting ready to throw those shots. 1:20 to go in round number 2, and some more good jabs by Chris Eubank Jr. He's looking to walk Conor Benn onto something. You can see that. Oh, Conor Benn just with the left hook there, misses. Big swing and miss. Misses the right hand wildly there. And again, Conor Benn has never fought anyone as big as Chris Eubank. He's never been up at this weight before. He's been knocking out welterweights, but the last 2 fights have been down at 154 pounds, and he hasn't actually knocked out or even really put a dent in anybody. Hit Peter Dobson with absolutely everything. Jab again from Chris Eubank Jr. Another jab by Chris Eubank Jr. Another one goes in. Conor Benn is taking a lot of jabs, nothing major. The jab is not the most powerful shot from Chris Eubank Jr. He takes another one there, does Conor Benn. The right hand just misses, just grazes the chin of Chris Eubank Jr. Oh, big left hook by Eubank, knocks Conor Benn just off balance, not necessarily hurt. But his shape, Conor Benn, is awful so far. He's not keeping his shape whatsoever, and Eubank Jr. is absolutely unable to miss. He's just keeping it at range. And the problem is, once Eubank Jr. starts to bring in his short shots, which I think he will do, he's fighting that range now. Once he feels a bit more comfy in there when he brings in the short shots, Conor Benn is going to be in a world of trouble. Because I don't think Conor Benn has much defense for short shots. I don't think up close he's really ever been given a proper test or anything like that. He's going to get it. And another wild shot. What are you doing? You're wasting so much energy doing that. He really is fighting very novice-y, and he's wasting. You see, I cannot emphasize enough how big a mistake this is. He's fighting with raw emotion, which we knew, and I said this would happen. He's fighting with raw emotion. He's throwing a lot of big shots early on, and he's wasting so much energy. Now, Conor Benn is someone who's very explosive early on. He lets a lot go, and he does an awful lot early on. As the fight progresses, you saw against Peter Dobson, it kind of plateaus out. It slows down a little bit, and then he maybe tries to come back in. He's going to be down and probably outpointed like that if he's not careful. And then he's missing so many shots. Where's the second win going to come from? You know? So Benn lands a grazing jab on Eubank, but nothing major. Chris Eubank Jr. was the one who landed the much more eye-catching shots. And they were only jabs, but nevertheless, he was still landing some good jabs on Conor Benn in round number 2. And Eubank Sr. telling him, jab, jab, jab. Round number 3 is underway. Let's have a look. Nigel Benn said, this wouldn't go 4 rounds? Conor Benn said it wouldn't go 4 rounds. Okay, let's see. We're into round number 3 now. Will it not go 4 rounds, Conor Benn? To whom, you may ask? Now, Eubank, again, still keeping it at range. That right hand, he's throwing it from too far back. He's never going to land it. He's never going to land it. It's given, and he will punch himself. You're right. He will punch himself out if he keeps doing that. He's way too far out of range to land that right hand. He's never going to land it. Way too far out to actually get that shot going. So that's not a good idea if you're Conor Benn, just to try and jab your way in. There's nothing wrong with that. Jab your way in. Misses with a right hand. Does land the right hand there on Chris Eubank Jr. Lands another right hand. Oh, actually, good shot. Oh, he buzzes Chris Eubank Jr. Does Conor Benn there. Eubank Jr. holds. Conor Benn hurt Chris Eubank Jr. definitely with a left hook there. And he punches on the break. Oh, Victor Loughlin lets him away with it, but he did buzz Chris Eubank Jr. there noticeably. His legs buckled. His legs definitely buckled there, Eubank Jr. So what does he do now? Conor Benn's able to buzz you. Now it's getting interesting. I did wonder about that. Could Conor Benn actually buzz Chris Eubank Jr.? Well, he definitely did there in round number 3. I definitely noticed that. Ever since he never won the British title. I was going to say he's never won the British title. 1 minute and 30 to go. 90 seconds left in round number 3. A round of which Conor Benn appeared to stun Chris Eubank Jr. Very interesting. Did appear to stun him with a right hand. He put so much into these shots that they will hurt you. Good jab by Eubank there. Misses Conor Benn with a jab there as well. But Conor Benn is going to be looking to get that right hand popping again. Throws another right hand, but does miss. Misses another right hand. Takes a body shot. That body shot looked like it just went in. Conor Benn felt that body shot a little bit. Just kind of gave a little look there. But Eubank, again, on his bike. Misses with that lead left hook. Slowed down a bit, Chris Eubank Jr. over the last couple of years. It's quite noticeable. And Benn, again, missing wildly with a couple of shots there. But he is calming down a little bit in comparison to the first couple of rounds in this round. And that's not a no. Wow, that's a strange one. Wrestled both guys to the ground. That was a bit, all right, unnecessary. But let's wait and see. 250 in the building. If you haven't already, hit the like button. And if you're enjoying the commentary, please hit subscribe. Really appreciate it. 25 seconds to go in round number 3. Conor Benn, head movement is still on point there. I'd like to, another right hand goes in by Conor Benn. I'd like to see Eubank bring the right hand in. He's not really brought it into play in this fight. He's really neglected it. He's only really used the hook. He's used the check left hook and the jab, but he's not really brought the right hand into play. It is there for him. I think the right hand is there to throw. I don't know why he's not throwing it. There he is there. I wonder if there is a slight injury to it, because he's really not brought that right hand into play at all. That's a Conor Benn fight. Shot a double leg. Nice, Conor. Or nice, Chris. Whew, this has been fun. This has been a fun fight to watch, hasn't it? Eubank just getting Benn behold. Yeah. Eubank looking shocking. I wouldn't say he's looking shocking. He's definitely not looking as good as he used to once upon a time. I can tell you that. Well, some would say he's never looked good. But he's definitely looked better at times in his career. I can tell you that for damn sure. I can tell you that for damn sure. Chris Eubank Jr. has looked a lot better at times in his career. Let's have a look and see. It was a left hook. It did buzz Eubank. It definitely buzzed him. You can see it noticeably. Left hook lands, buzzed. Boom. Legs buckle a bit. Legs definitely buckled a bit by Chris Eubank Jr. Round number 4 is underway. Round number 4 is underway. And again, I wonder, is there an issue with that right hand? Because it's there for Eubank, but he's not throwing it. He's not letting that right hand go. Why? That's what I wonder. Why are you not letting the right hand go? Like, he is so open to somebody's right hand shots. I think he's mental not letting it go. Benn got the little man speed advantage. He definitely does. And you can see the speed advantage. And Eubank's not used to that. He's not used to fighting someone who's quicker than him. He's normally got the speed advantage. Certainly when he was up at 168 pounds, even at middleweight, he had the speed advantage. He clearly isn't. Oh, but good shots go in there by Chris Eubank Jr. Why wasn't he doing that earlier? Why wasn't he doing that earlier? Now some hooks go in from Eubank. And many people who fought Eubank Jr. have always said he has power. He does have power. He might not have a devastating one-punch power, but he does have punching power there. And Chris Eubank Jr., now he's letting some more combinations go. There's the right hand to the body of Conor Benn. So he is letting more shots go. He takes a right hand from Conor Benn. Conor Benn looking to punch while they're in the break. And Victor Loughlin is saying none of that. He is still wasting a lot, Conor Benn. There's a lot there that's being wasted by him. But Eubank looking good, still looking to be in somewhat of control. Eubank Jr. was hurt. He was definitely hurt. Oh, no, and you could see it in real time. Oh, but he had a good left hook on Conor Benn. Oh, big uppercut by Chris Eubank Jr. That landed. Conor Benn took it well, though. That landed, but you could see it. Oh, it definitely landed well on Conor Benn. Eubank Jr.'s uppercut is one of his best shots. Now he knows he can land that shot, though. So that's going to be something that Conor Benn's going to have to contest with moving forward. Because that was a big shot that landed. Took it well, Conor Benn. I'll give him that. Took it really, really well. And Eubank back on the jab. 1:05 to go in round number 4. It's the best shot Chris Eubank Jr. has landed in this fight. Uppercut in retaliation by Conor Benn. Just grazes Chris Eubank Jr. Shaping up nicely now, lads, this fight. Oh, right hand misses from Conor Benn. Both guys end up back in a clinch. And Eubank, come on, man. Benn's punched on the break before and you've not warned him for it. Eubank does it, you give him a warning. That's a bit BS, right? Oh, lead left hook by Chris Eubank Jr. there. He saw with Conor Benn coming. He telegraphed a good shot by Eubank. Really good shot. It's a good round by Chris Eubank Jr. Conor Benn, again, aggressive. Using his speed to his advantage. Does land the right hand in there, though, it has to be said. And saying to Chris Eubank, come on, come on. But this is shaping up nicely. This is going well. This is fun. This has been fun. 15 seconds to go here in round number 4. Conor Benn looking desperately to get that right hand going. Walks into a left hook there. Legs just did a little bit of a dip there. Right hand goes in by Chris Eubank Jr. Eubank opens up the combination to end this round. It's a good round by Chris Eubank Jr. He's definitely landed some good shots on Conor Benn right there. That's definitely a Eubank Jr. round. 270 in the building. Please, if you haven't already, I would ask you if you could hit the like button. We want to get to 200 likes. And if you enjoy the content, if you're enjoying my commentary, please do consider hitting subscribe. Please do. Let's see this uppercut. Boom. Oh, wee. Good chin on Conor Benn for taking that. He took a clean as hell uppercut. Those uppercuts have knocked out the likes of Avni Yildirim. That was a lovely shot by Chris Eubank Jr. And he gets caught with a left hook coming in as well. Conor Benn taking some... Now, there's not a crazy amount of power behind these shots, but you don't want to be getting hit by them. But that uppercut that Eubank landed was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful uppercut that he landed on Conor Benn. I've always wondered why Eubank wears winning gloves as well. On the night shift, man, I can't. I feel bad for you. I do. This shaped up to be a fun fight. Round number 5. Referee giving them a warning. Don't know why, but he's giving them a warning. Round number 5 is underway, lads. Round 5. These rounds are flying by. You've got to figure one of these guys is bound to get through and land something sooner rather than later. And Benn is starting to slow. You can see that. 3-1 to who, JD? I have a 3-1 to Eubank. Oh, no, that's not a knockdown. Oh, and a tumble. A good tumble by Conor Benn. It's not a knockdown. It's not a knockdown. Don't worry. But that was a very interesting tumble by Conor Benn, to say the least. Very athletic. Body shot by Eubank goes in. He landed a nice little body shot on Conor Benn just there. Benn got a thick neck, yeah. But it didn't stop him getting dropped in the pass. Right hand goes in by Chris Eubank Jr. right there. Conor Benn looking to land as well. Landed his own shot. A thick neck means really nothing. I mean, Gerald McClellan had a paper tin neck. He had a flipping amazing chin. And Conor Benn has been down in his career, but maybe he will take a better shot up at this weight. 3-1 to I would give a 3-1 to Eubank. I wouldn't have Benn. I gave Benn round number 3. Uppercut, lead uppercut goes in by Eubank. You should never lead with them. Lands a good body shot as well, though. Left hook knocked out Yildirim. I remember that. I remember it well. Remember that Yildirim fight? I was shocked. I couldn't believe it because Yildirim was massive. And I thought, there's no way Eubank's going to hurt him. He hurt him bad. I mean, he really put a beating on Avenue Yildirim. Right hand goes in by Conor Benn. 1:30 to go in round number 5. Jab working wonders again for Chris Eubank Jr. Right hand being brought into play now by Eubank Jr. Conor Benn is still having to negate that reach. That reach is causing Benn a slight problem, although he has the speed to get rounded for now. The legs are getting a little bit heavier by the looks of things on Conor Benn. It has to be said. 1:10, or sorry, 1:50, well, 1:10 now to go here in round number 4. Pushed by that, yeah, okay, that was not by Eubank doing that. Shoulder Conor Benn and pushed him off. Right hand goes in by Chris Eubank Jr. Conor Benn taking a lot more headshots now, missing wildly. That was naughty by Eubank Jr. there with the shoulder. It was. I'm surprised Victor Loughlin didn't have words. Pushed Conor Benn right back. Obviously shows that Conor Benn's balance is not quite there because, good lead left hook by Conor Benn. Don't be doing that, Ben. You don't need to move so much. You need to save energy. You're just going to waste it doing that. Just going to waste amples of energy. And Eubank goading you like he is there. Conor Benn will bite on that 110%. 30 seconds to go. Conor Benn, just focus on the fight. Stop biting on the goads because you're going to waste energy. 30 seconds to go in round number 5. Eubank Jr. really starting to get into it now. Ben, there's a bit of life coming out of those punches. There definitely is. Jab by Chris Eubank Jr. again on Conor Benn. And Eubank with 15 seconds to go lands another jab. Ben misses with the right hand. Ben trying to pop his own jab, but Chris Eubank Jr. seemingly in a good bit of control now. And Eubank Jr. another round in the bag. Yeah, the shoulder was dirty. That was naughty. That was really naughty by Chris Eubank Jr. He's lucky he didn't get a warning off the referee for that. How we have it? How do we have it so far? This has been a flipping interesting fight. It has to be said. And a big right hand by Chris Eubank Jr. I've got Eubank Jr. winning this fight so far. But what do you guys have? Let me know. Let me know how you have it. I'm going to have a quick check on X. So if I miss any of your comments, I do apologize. Because X will be telling me. I'm going to see Rob Tebbert, my old buddy Rob Tebbert. He is normally great with the score. Better 4th round. Yeah, I think Rob has Eubank in the lead as well. I think someone says, I think Chris can take him out. Just want to pop that off there. 20%. I'm in low battery mode. 20% is over an hour, so I should be fine. Round number 6 underway. More of the same from Eubank, or what can Conor Benn add? If this goes 12, you do realize we're having all the fights would have been 12 rounders then. And we would have had, all right, so Carl Frampton has Eubank in the lead. He gave Conor Benn round number 2, I disagree. But I don't mind that scorecard, to be honest with you. Round number 2, fair enough. But I gave round number 2 to Chris Eubank Jr. as they fight on the inside, fight up close. That's Eubank Jr.'s the main. Ben misses with a short right hand there. Loops in with a left hook. Eubank Jr. seen that coming a mile away. Conor Benn again fighting on the feints by Chris Eubank Jr. The size difference is definitely there. And it is a factor for Conor Benn. And he is having to walk on to a couple of shots there. There's no, referee, can't be allowing. That's naughty. That is naughty by Conor Benn. That was very naughty. You can't be allowing that. All right, 2 minutes to go in round number 6. The first minute is, both these guys have been naughty in there. They've been naughty with some of the rules. Oh, big left hook by Eubank Jr. Just knocks Ben off balance. But he might have hurt him there. In fact, no, he didn't hurt him. But Ben does look a bit off balance. And he has taken some shots. He's definitely taken probably more shots in this fight than he has in the last couple of years. Ben looks like a cheer. Oh, big left hook by Eubank goes in. Ben misses with those shots again. Now, if the weight cut has been problematic, we will start to see, big shots again by Eubank going in. If the weight cut has been problematic, then all Ben, it's definitely not been all Ben. It's far from it. Has been problematic. Then we will start to see Eubank start to slow down at this point. But Ben has thrown so much already and missed so much that you do wonder. You genuinely do wonder. I mean, the percentage-wise, it's much of a muchness. Really. Ben's thrown more to be expected, landed that little bit more. But again, it's much of a muchness, it has to be said. Eubank has landed some real good shots. He's thrown a lot of jabs. I'd love to see the punch stats. 50 seconds to go here. Yeah, Ben has shown a lot. I mean, yeah, we knew he would. Ben is not going to be one of those guys who quits. He's going to go out on a shield no matter what. 100%. I think there's drama still to come. Jab by Eubank again. Ben is swinging too wild. It's too wild, these shots. And the free hand, no, you've got the free hand. Let them fight. But there is some shots going around the back of the head there. He's right, Victor Loughlin. Yes, you're definitely right. More shots missed by Conor Benn. And these will wear you out. Even if Chris Eubank Jr. is the one who's had the harder weight cut, they will wear you out. 15 seconds to go here. Good head movement by Conor Benn, getting away from some of those shots by Eubank. But another jab goes in by Eubank again, snapping the head back of Conor Benn. And again, he's having words with Chris Eubank Jr., saying the back of the head, not to do it again. Okay. Where was the words with Conor Benn when he was holding the forearm in Chris Eubank Jr.'s face as round number 6 comes to an end? Have respect for each other. I'd say they will. I would say they will by the end of this. But yeah, interesting fight so far. Let's have a quick gander on X and see how a few have it. How the Ring Magazine. How are you scoring this fight? Let's. Oh, for God's sake! I thought I seen the last of them. Some people have it close. Some people don't. Some people have Ben ahead. Some people have Eubank. Most people, general consensus seems that it's Eubank ahead. It's an interesting one. It's a flipping interesting one. I'm enjoying this fight. I gotta say, I'm enjoying this. If we get all the fights going 12 rounds, so be it. I've enjoyed this fight. We're at the halfway stage now as well. We're at the halfway stage. And again, if you haven't already, hit the like, hit subscribe, all that good stuff. Referee, again, having words about Chris Eubank Jr. in the hold and hitting. Round 7 is underway. Round 7 is now underway. Chris Eubank Jr. misses with a lead left hook there. Conor Benn fighting up close. Chris Eubank Jr. looking to hold. Referee is really getting in between both guys. And again, he's having words with Chris. Listen, that's not Chris Eubank Jr.'s fault. It isn't Chris Eubank. The way Conor Benn is born in, that's not his fault. He's trying to punch with the guy up close. That's inside fighting. So you got to let him away with somebody. Oh, big uppercut by Eubank. He lands it right on Ben's chin, but didn't have much power behind it. So Ben can take that no problem. Takes a good shot, Conor Benn. I thought his chin would have been well and truly tested, and it has been. He's taken it fine. Chris Eubank Jr. is the only one who's noticeably been buzzed in this fight, and that was earlier in round number 3 by Conor Benn. Big shots go in from you. Oh, big left hook by Chris Eubank Jr. Conor Benn takes it well. Conor Benn takes it very well. But he is taking some more shots now as the fight progresses. And he is in there with a much bigger guy, it has to be said. There is a noticeable size difference between the two. And if Eubank Jr. is really starting to feel comfy now, if he's starting to feel he can let these big shots go, like that right hand by Conor Benn, then we could see one of these guys in trouble. I think a knockdown is coming for either guy. I don't know who, but there's a knockdown coming. There's just definitely a knockdown in the air for one of them. But it's just for who? We've already seen Chris Eubank Jr. stunned. Could he go down? Could Conor Benn? Right hand by Eubank, left hook by Eubank. Conor Benn moving his head unnecessarily again there. Bit of a waste, but he gets out of dodge. And Eubank is, right hand by Eubank. He's staying in the pocket with Conor Benn now. He doesn't need to be doing that. And again, he is landing some good shots there. I can imagine that his own commentary is probably very pro Ben. But I would imagine the Sky commentary team is very pro Eubank, so you want something impartial. Listen, I don't care who wins this fight. And I'm enjoying it. But I do truthfully believe we'll get a knockdown at some point with one of these guys. Another right hand. Big right hand by Eubank there. Remember, it was late when he finally got to Sarah Metton. Sarah Metton is a big middleweight. Not the best middleweight, but a big one nonetheless. I think we'll get something. Misses with a left hook there. Does Chris Eubank Jr. Conor Benn looks to come in with a right hand. Holds the boxing glove in Chris Eubank's face. No issue there, referee. Let them go. Right hand goes in again by Chris Eubank Jr. Lands on Conor Benn. Conor Benn moved into that right hand as well. I wouldn't say these are necessarily hurtful shots that Eubank's landing, but they're just chipping away at Conor Benn. Now, Conor Benn is getting through with his own shots, but a lot of them are sloppy. Eubank's able to telegraph them and see them coming. Jab again by Eubank. Left hook goes in by Conor Benn. Conor Benn looking for those openings, dipping down. I see the problem I think with Conor Benn dipping down low like that is I think there's counter-punching opportunities there for Conor Benn, but he's out of position by doing that when the moment comes. Round 7 comes now to an end. Wow. Whew. This has been a fun night, hasn't it, lads? We've been having a good time here. I've been having a flipping great time. I've been having a whale of a time. This has been fun. This has been fun. I'm enjoying this, lads. I'm enjoying this. Yo, this has been a good laugh. I've been enjoying this. Right hand by Eubank. That was a good right hand. He's just touching him. He's just touching him with these shots. Yeah, the referee does need to calm down. I agree. Yeah, Rob Tebert has it. I don't agree with him giving the second round to Conor Benn. I gave that to Eubank, but he has Eubank in the lead. And good to see Rob back, by the way. He's had a bit of health issues lately. And great to see you back, Rob. If you're listening, happy to see you back, man. Good, mate. Glad missed your input on boxing. We need you around. As we get into the 8th round. 8th round already. Let's go. Round number 8. And Conor Benn comes out swinging. He has got the hurry up from the corner. He is out swinging and he's walking into another right hand though. Another right hand he walks into. Referee splits them up again. Let them fight. Referee Victor Loughlin, you're a good referee. Let them fight. Just let them fight. And that wasn't the back of the head. Don't even say it. He wasn't the back of the head. That was a clean shot to the side of Conor Benn. Clean shot. So don't be going and saying anything. Oh, big right hand by Conor Benn. But Chris Eubank Jr. again just ends up in a clinch. Referee splits them. This is heating up now in round number 8. Conor Benn coming out fiery in this round. And no, he has a hand free. Well, what are you doing, referee? He's got a hand free. Let him fight. Once you got the hand free, you can fight. Uppercut goes in by Chris Eubank Jr. Conor Benn is throwing a lot of shots in this 8th round, this first minute, but he's missed an awful lot. And he's taken some shots as well by Chris Eubank Jr. He takes another shot by Eubank again, but he does land. Actually, right hand goes in by Conor Benn. Conor Benn again, trying his best to get in there, using his lower center of gravity there to good effect on Chris Eubank Jr., missing him with a couple of shots, dipping at the head, dipping low at the head. Oh, it looks like I thought the heads came together there. It almost looked like they did. Conor Benn just had a bit of a daze in his eye there. It didn't look like the heads came together, but they didn't. Oh, Conor Benn. Oh, is Conor Benn hurt? I think he's hurt. Is he? Or is he just tired? Is he just tired or is he hurt? Eubank has his mouth wide open. Because Eubank landed a combination on Benn there, and Benn just sagged up to the ropes. And Benn looks tired. Looks really tired in there as well. Minute and 15 to go. This is fun, man. Benn is like a graced ferret. Oh, he's taking more jabs. Oh, big left hook by Eubank. And another one. Yeah, Benn is taking some punishment in there and he's looking really tired. Eddie Hearn up on the ring apron. There he is. He's looking fatigued. The AI judge has Eubank Jr. a mile ahead. And we know these AI judges are quite accurate. We know they've actually been more accurate than a lot of the judges, actually, to be honest with you. They've been doing a real good job, these AI judges. Oh, Conor Benn lands a shot on Chris Eubank Jr. there. What's happening here? Eubank Jr. holding. Oh, is Eubank Jr. hurt or is he just fatigued? Conor Benn looking to come in, looking to do some damage. Oh, man. I thought Eubank was hurt there for a sec. He might still be. Conor Benn looking to land. Can't do anything with the way Eubank Jr. is lying. 15 seconds to go here in round number 8. Conor Benn finally getting some good shots in, finally getting some work in, but he's backed up again the ropes and Eubank Jr. is opening up on Conor Benn. Conor Benn, left hook goes in as the round comes to an end. This has been epic. Flipping hell. He's got a good chin on him. I'll give him that, if nothing else. I need a sip of cranberry juice. Oh man, this has been entertaining, hasn't it? I've been enjoying this fight, man. Oh man, lads. Chris Eubank Sr. standing up on the ring. What's he doing? Is he going up to talk to his son? He is. And Jonathan Banks is a good coach. Trust me, he's a good coach. Eubank Jr.'s jab was popping. And Conor Benn did land a good right hand on Chris Eubank Jr. Eddie Hearn standing up in the seat, but Conor Benn took some big shots too. How do you score it? Like you have to have Eubank ahead. You have to. Round number 9 is now officially underway. And Conor Benn came out so quick in that 8th round. I wonder, did he just throw too many shots early on? This is getting serious, and he's missing those swings. It's like draining the stamina tank in a game. Oh, big right hand by Conor Benn goes in. That was a heavy shot. That was a heavy shot by Conor Benn. Definitely. He landed a good shot there on Chris Eubank Jr. Eubank's always had a good chin. He's always had a good chin. Never mind the Liam Smith fight. He's always shown a really durable chin, and he's getting hit now. Getting hit now by Conor Benn is Chris Eubank Jr. Eddie Hearn jumping up in his seat. The right hand is getting in there. But I think Conor Benn took a little shot in retaliation there as well. Just get rid of that real quick. Yeah, back onto the fight. A minute gone in the 9th round. And Conor Benn maybe having his best period of the fight. But Eubank Jr. is still able to back him up. He's still able to get those short shots in up close. The AI judge, Carl Frampton, has Chris Eubank Jr. a mile ahead, as do I. As do I. It's getting to the stage now where Conor Benn may actually need a knockout in order to win this fight, or several knockdowns to bring himself back in. Benn, oh, there's another right hand. He's getting the right hand going, but does it have the same pop that it did earlier on? 300 in the building. If you haven't already, hit the like button, hit subscribe. I hope you're enjoying my commentary. It's good. Oh, right hand misses by Conor Benn. Body shot goes in by Benn. Benn, who hasn't had to cut the weight, he should be a lot fresher. Eubank Jr., if he's done a hard weight cut, this is the moment where he'll start to feel it. Little short shot on the inside by Eubank Jr. goes in, but body shots go in by Conor Benn. Both guys up close, exchanging. Conor Benn takes a jab, takes a right hand, takes an uppercut, takes a few shots in retaliation. Eubank Jr. pouring it on here. 1:10 to go in the 9th round. They are leaving it all in the ring. They are letting it all hang out. Conor Benn having a better round, but Chris Eubank Jr. still able to get through with shots. Conor Benn misses with a right hand. Both guys are in a clinch, up close fighting. Benn is the one pushing Chris Eubank Jr. back. There's a cut under the eye of Chris Eubank Jr. Quite noticeable cut under the eye. Uppercut goes in by Eubank. A shot he's not been thrown enough of. Left hook goes in. Both guys looking really tired in there. Big shots going in from both guys. 35 seconds to go in the 9th round. The composure is gone from both guys. Both guys looking ragged as hell. And this is where Conor Benn wants to fight. He wants to fight in a phone booth. He wants to fight up close. That's why he insisted on the smaller ring. And Conor Benn getting the better of it at this stage in the fight. Chris Eubank Jr. looking very tired. But he lands a good body shot on Conor Benn with 10 seconds to go in the 9th round. We are heading, lads, into the championship rounds. We're heading for them. Conor Benn has gone the 12-round distance, as has Chris Eubank Jr. We're heading into it. This is where we'll find out who's making it. But Eubank Jr., he's cut. He's cut above the eye. He is looking fatigued as hell. He needs this minute's rest. He needs them to get to work on that eye. I gave that round to Conor Benn, by the way. You can watch the fight in the zone. Just saying. That's where I'm watching it. Whew. This has been... Man, this is fun. That was definitely a Conor Benn round. I gave that round certainly to Conor Benn. Thought he did. The heads come together. This has been fun. How are we all seeing this? That 1 to 2 rounds, Eubank will get knocked out. Yeah, we know. Well, yeah, we know that. That is, he's made a mockery of that. 6-3 Eubank Adam, I think, is quite fair. I think that's about right. I gave Conor Benn that last round. Now, if Conor Benn still has it in the tank, these next 3 rounds are vital. Round 10 is underway. And Benn is swinging for the fences again. Still has plenty in reserve, Conor Benn. Still does. Body shot goes in, but Conor Benn gets pushed back to the rope by Chris Eubank Jr., letting some big shots go. Oh, the hook to the head by Chris Eubank Jr. I still think a knockdown is coming, lads. I don't know for who, but I think a knockdown is coming. Benn is on top now. Yeah, he's getting there. A lot of punches thrown. Power shots, 250 for each. Oh, my God. A lot of power shots thrown through 9 rounds. And that's not even taking into consideration the amount of jabs that Chris Eubank Jr. is throwing. He's been jabbing a lot. But he needs to get back onto his boxing. He needs to get on the back foot. He was doing so well on the back foot. He really was. He's doing it there. He's able to land the right hand. Benn is very upright. Oh, Benn can punch there. Oh, no, he doesn't. He's very upright, Conor Benn, so he's easy to hit with these straight shots. You think he'd be actually easier with the short shot, but Eubank was finding it easy enough to land with those straight shots almost at will. Man, Conor Benn, watch your feet. You could have fallen over there. And that could have been, big right hands go in from both. Both guys swinging for the fences. 1:40 to go. Blood on the shirt of Victor Loughlin. Jab goes in by Chris Eubank Jr. Conor Benn is looking fatigued as hell, as is Chris Eubank Jr. Chris Eubank Jr. just trying. 90 seconds to go here in the 10th round. This is epic. Man, we're looking at a fight of the year. This has been epic. Epic contest. I think both guys in this round are feeling it. They're feeling it in this round because both guys have slowed down as this round's progressed. Conor Benn still letting the shots go, but walking into some as well at the same time. Swinging as he always does. Lands a good right hand, does Conor Benn there, but still, he's swinging too much. He's missing. For every good shot he lands, he wastes about 3 more. Gives Eubank Jr. a chance to just duck and dodge, to go and save himself for a second attack. 50 seconds left. Conor Benn takes another jab. Eubank looking to get that uppercut going. This was the round where he finally got the Sarah Metten. Finally getting the uppercut in on the ropes. Lands a good right hand. Is able to keep Conor Benn back. That's what won Anthony Yarde to fight against Lyndon Artin. He was backing the guy up against the rope. He was letting the shots go. And he's doing that here to Conor Benn. He's the stronger man. Takes a right hand though by Conor Benn. A short shot. 30 seconds to go in round number 10. Man, the rest of the card's been not the best, but this is epic. Oh my God. This has been epic. I'm going to watch this fight again as soon as it's over. Win or lose, no matter who wins. Oh, look at that. 10 seconds left. Ooh, Chris Eubank Jr. pushes Conor Benn back up in the ropes and he finishes with a flurry, finishes with a combination. I might just edge Eubank in this round. Round 10. Holy shit. Oh, lads, this has been so much fun. Oh, lads, I'm really enjoying this. Oh, man, we've got 6 minutes left. I kind of wish I was drinking now for this. Conor Benn definitely landed a good left hook. And he definitely buzzed Eubank with that. But Eubank definitely landed some good shots in his own right. How do you have this fight? Fight of the year for me, I agree. 110%. This for me is the fight of the year so far. Frank Benn and Eddie Turkey. Oh, that's George Warren. I thought that was Eddie Hearn. Eubank in survival mode. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't go that far. But we're into round 11. I don't believe Eubank has had a 12th round knockout. He has won fights late. He's won in the 10th round and he has won a fight in the 12th round. I can't remember the guy's name, but he did stop a guy in the 12th round before. Conor Benn, I don't believe, has ever had a late knockout, but that might change. 2 minutes and 35 to go in this round. Yeah, the rehydration has really damaged Chris Eubank Jr.'s power, I agree. Because Chris Eubank Jr. fully fit, some of those shots, the hook to the head and the body is ruining Eubank. It is. It's absolutely decimating him. I'm surprised Conor Benn didn't invest in the body earlier. He was too much looking for a knockout to the head. You've got a guy who's badly weight drained. Hit him to the body. That's what you should be doing. Hit him to the body. Oh, but he takes some shots, Conor Benn there. Shakes them off. Showing a good whiskers now, it has to be said. We've got 5 minutes left of this fight. Will we even get 5 minutes? Both guys have 5 minutes to put their seal of approval on this fight. For me, this has been fight of the year. With 1:50 to go in the 11th round. Chris Eubank Jr. has had a torrid last couple of minutes, but I think he still won some of the rounds. It has to be said. Letting the uppercuts go as Conor Benn just looks to hold. He is feeling the pace in this fight. Referee warns Chris Eubank Jr. again about the shoulder. As we come to the end of the first half of this 11th round, we could be seeing a full sweep of 12 rounders on here, lads. We could be seeing a clean sweep of 12 rounders. And the last round, both judges gave it to Conor Benn. Eubank doing well in this round. Oh, but he takes a body shot again from Conor Benn. But he lets his shots go. Frampton has it close. The AI judge has it a bit wider, but it's still all to play for. If Eubank wins this round, Benn needs a knockout. If Benn wins it, he might still be able to salvage something. Oh, but he takes a right hand. Eubank doing well. A minute to go in round number 11. It is all to play for in this fight. This has been epic. And I think whatever happens, both guys will have a newfound respect. Whatever happens in this fight, whoever it may be who wins. In reality, a fight like this, there are no losers, really. Eubank's looking up at the clock there. 40 seconds to go in round number 11. He's feeling it. Conor Benn, little short shot on the inside. 30. He takes a jab there, does Conor Benn. 30 seconds to go in this round. He walks into a shoulder there. That was Conor Benn's own fault. And Eubank, one thing Eubank Jr. is doing good here, he's looking up at that clock a lot. He is fatigued as hell. He's not giving Conor Benn, a lovely combination by Eubank, but he's not giving Conor Benn a chance to really sit and wind into some of these shots. He's just staying in the pocket with him. And Conor Benn is missing a lot. And Eubank boxing well here, or at least punching well. There's no real boxing to this. They are fighting in a phone booth right here. Round 11 is over. Wow. No, it wasn't. It was Korobov, or not Korobov. It wasn't Arthur Abraham he stopped late. It was Dimitri something his name was. His brother fought George Groves. He fought him back in 2015, did Chris Eubank Jr. It wasn't Korobov. It was, I can't remember his name, but I think his first name was Dimitri. I think his first name was Dimitri something. Eubank Jr. fought him for the WBA interim middleweight title, and he stopped him in the 12th round. That was a crazy round. I gave it to Eubank. Russian guy, yeah, that was him. That was him. Yeah, Eubank stopped him in the 12th round. I'm sure someone will go on BoxRec and do it. No, Bivol, you mad? No, his brother fought George Groves. Chudinov, that was it. Thank you, Chudinov. There you go. Was it Fedor Chudinov or Dmitry Chudinov? It was one of them. I think it was Fedor and Dmitry. Round 12, last round, lads. Honestly, regardless of the result, I know you're complimenting them, Adam, so big up with that one. They've both given us an absolute gem. I will watch this fight back repeatedly. They're swinging here. Oh my God, Eubank got in real good with some shots there on Benn. Oh my God, look at this. Oh man. Man, this has been epic. Oh my God. 2 minutes and 20 to go in what's been a flipping mega fight. Oh, big left hook by Chris Eubank Jr. This isn't Fury Usyk in here. This is just as good. This is flipping epic. Oh man, Conor Benn is missing too much. He's taking too many shots here. Eubank really doing well. The 3 British judges, so God knows how they're going to score it, because British judges have a tendency to score even rounds, which I hate. I don't like giving even rounds. 1 minute and 50 to go. Wow. It's been epic, this fight. It's been absolutely flipping epic. It's been so good. And honestly, we are going to see... Oh, wow. Both guys, again, they are going to be swinging to the final bell. They are literally going to be swinging to the... But Eubank's work is better. It's just better on the inside. Oh, Conor Benn didn't like that. Oh, big shots by Eubank. Oh, my God. Conor Benn is done. He's tired. He's holding. Okay. 1 minute and 15 to go. I thought Conor Benn was going down there for a sec. I really did. He might still. He's knackered. Oh, big left hook by Chris Eubank Jr. Oh, my God. Conor Benn is knackered in there. And Eubank is pouring it on. Oh, another one goes in. What is going on? Oh man, he needed that, did Conor Benn. He needed that rest. I legit thought Ben was going down there. Oh, big right hand by Conor Benn goes in. And Eubank pouring it on. 40 seconds to go. More shots go in by Eubank Jr. And Conor Benn gets some body shots in. Oh, big left hook by Chris Eubank Jr. again. He's open to that shot, Conor Benn. He's taking them well, though. He's taking them well. 25 seconds to go. I think he's going to see out the round, but he's lost this round. He's lost this round, definitely, Conor Benn. I think he's going to see it out. 15 seconds left. Conor Benn can barely stand. He can barely literally stand. He's going to see the round out. Oh my God. Eddie Hearn is clapping. They deserve it. They absolutely deserve it. He is clapping at the end. Oh, wow. Eubank raises his hand up. What a fight. Holy crap. That was epic. That was epic. Let's see it again. You're right, Adam Smith. Adam Smith has it for Chris Eubank Jr. I have it for Chris Eubank Jr. Chris Eubank Sr. Yeah, I like that. Pats the glove of Conor Benn. And yeah, there, yeah. I like it. I like it. That was great. That was great. Honestly, that was amazing. That was epic. That was epic. I really enjoyed that. It won't be a robbery if he does. Well, I wouldn't consider it a robbery necessarily, but that was epic. That was a brilliant fight. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. That was epic. Epic. I think Conor Benn has really will have redeemed himself in the eyes of a lot of fans with that. I think he really will. I think a lot of people will say that's redemption in a way for Conor Benn for everything that he was able to go and do that, because that was phenomenal. He was really good. Gordon Ramsay, yeah, you want to see him? He's really someone you want to be seeing, yeah. I already told people earlier about what I think of Mr. Ramsay. So, you know. And if I said what I really want to say, I'll probably get myself cancelled. So I better not. I better not. Lads, this was what boxing need. This was needed. Boxing has done dirty lately with some of the boxing shenanigans. This is what you need, because do you know what it did? It got the casuals interested, and it delivered. That's going to do good numbers, and that's the fight you want. Oh, they have the decision. Eubank has to be. Junior. He did it. And the Benn still can't beat a Eubank. Eddie, what the hell? You just can't do it. You got Ben Schlom beating your ass now. I'm happy for him. I'm delighted for him. I am absolutely Conor Benn. You did a great performance. Credit to you. You're still a complete WANK. You are. Delighted for him. Delighted for him. Delighted for him. That was an epic fight. I loved every minute of it. I can't wait to do my review. That was epic. That was epic. That was epic. I loved every minute of it. I want to see it again. That was epic. And I want to thank everyone for locking in. I was thinking, if we can get to 200 views, I'd be happy. We're in the 300s. Hit the like button, hit subscribe if you haven't. I know Ben is gutted. That was a phenomenal fight. I enjoyed every minute of it. It was, for me, that is fight of the year. That's fight of the year. That is the fight of the year. That is the fight of the year. It's going to take some serious beating, that fight. And Conor Benn is quite an emotional character as well. He's like his dad. But that was epic. I enjoyed every minute of it. Thank God for that. That was brilliant. That was amazing. That was amazing. I loved every minute of that. Wow.
Chris Eubank Jr., we're on live on the zone. Chris, congratulations. 2 words, and those 2 words are Eubank supremacy. Tell the world what this means to you right now.
Let's have a listen.
It's Office. First of all, thank the one above. I knew I was capable of that. I just needed someone to bring me out.
If they rematch, no rehydration.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect that he'd be the guy to do that.
No rehydration if they rematch. He is the A side.
Did what they did all those years ago. It brings out a different soul, a different spirit into you. And that's what we're both showing here tonight. What do you believe 1 year before?
But people, I've got to go record my post-fight. I want to thank everyone for locking in. We had a great night tonight. It's been brilliant. It's been fun. And yeah, thank you everyone for locking in. It's been wonderful. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the like, all that good stuff. Oh, people, what a night. Great fight. Everyone, it's been a pleasure. Thank you to everyone. Everyone who's donated, everyone who's left a comment, who's left a like. Thank you so much. Wow. That was epic. People, I'll chat to you all later, but I will do a live tomorrow as well. And we'll go over it. So, well done. Everyone enjoyed it. Thank you. Have a good one. Oh, crap, I didn't hit end stream.